Alrighty, and we are live. Hi, everybody. Looks like we should be able to hear it. Please let me know if you guys cannot see the audio going through. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna triple
You're
check.
good.
I'm gonna
I had the audio
quadruple.
on
Yeah,
and
it
I
looks
heard
like
you.
the audio is actually coming through. All right, awesome. I am so happy to be back. It's been awesome. I'm excited for this. And with Van Richten's coming out, I've been getting even more excited about Curse of Strahd and all the shenanigans that we can have with that. Have any of you guys been able to look at some of the, well, not spoilers, but the guesses, some of the things that are going to be contained in Van Richten?
No. I saw the article and the one that I linked to you guys from Nerd Immersion and that I linked to the channel, but then after that I purposely didn't read any of it because I was nervous that it was gonna like give away characters that we may have not met yet, or because like I dove super deep into Candlekeep because I was like, oh, that's cool. But then when I saw this, I was like, uh, my main worry was finding out an NPC or them being like, you know, giving something away about the campaign, when in a reference or something like that. So I kind of avoided it. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh, same.
I'm glad y'all avoided it so you wouldn't see that Finn is secretly an agent of Strahd waiting to stab you all in the back.
it is true. That is what's going to happen.
I'm sure the wizards of the coast wrote that.
Yep.
Phineas.
You don't know who I know, okay? Got connections.
The
I
best
got
part is going to be like when
connections.
he actually does pull the twist and it ends the scene like that is the TPK. At the end, Finn just says, "Thumb," and that's it. That's it. And he just walks off screen and it turns to black. But anyway, exactly. I've been super excited about it. I think this could have possibly super awesome implications for this once these guys beat Strahd's ass really hard. Because what Van Richten's really does, that thing is actually open up, I think, a total of 30 or so dread domains. And if you look at them, and this is not a spoiler for you guys, if you look at them, they're all of these like Dark Ages, Middle Ages, European countryside kind of stuff. So very, very, this is not a spoiler, but Castlevania, I think there's going to be a lot of like trying to steal domains from each other and kind of faction warfare and that kind of stuff. So it would be hella fascinating to see how this could potentially feed into that. But without too many
The other
spoilers,
thing too is
because
the tropes. Because the only thing that I read was that they were like, there's going to be a Frankenstein trope, a mummy trope. They're going to have like a new big bad for DMs that they could base an encounter around, it being all of the stereotypical horror tropes.
yeah,
Because they used the one example they gave was they were like Strahd is clearly Dracula, and they were like, but they've made like a bunch of those tropes for DMs. Which is
for
neat.
real. It's super neat for any DMs out there. I'll be honest. When I first heard that Van Richten's was going to be it, I was kind of bummed out because we have Curse of Strahd, we have a full setting fleshed out in an adventure, and it's like, all right, here's a repackaged version of that. But then when I actually looked at the details, I was like, this is actually pretty sweet. This could be really, really, really freaking awesome. But
and then you bring all these magic people in there, and it's like Dave Chappelle player haters ball where they go back in time. It's like y'all using bronze weapons. Watch this, boom.
But anyway, so super fun. As far as announcements go, I don't have too many. The website is still slated to go online tomorrow, so that's going to be super exciting for me, for some of the people who have been helping with Polyhedra.io. I'm excited for it. It's going to be really fun. I wanted to shout out again, if you guys want to write an article and that talks about why all of the gothic horror tropes, from mummies to anything in the Addams family, is complete trash and we should have just gone directly into Spelljammer, send me an email. I'll put that in chat right now. Vice versa, if you guys are a little bit more on the train that Drake and I are, if you guys are thinking this is going to be awesome, this is going to be super fun, just write an email to david@polyhedra.io, and I'm going to be reaching out to you guys about that. I have a few people that are already slated for contributions, and I'm super excited to just get that community resource going. But that was the big one for that. As far as other announcements, that is pretty much it. Tossing it back to you guys, I'm hoping all of you Texans, right? You guys have full power. You guys are home. There's the storm has been weathered, right? You guys are doing all right.
Honky dory, it's like 75 out. So
Yeah.
I got
We
paid
had
by
a
my insurance company.
76 degree temperature swing in I think the news said it was 55 hours or 56 hours. We swung 76 degrees.
Jesus, that sounds like Wyoming.
We went from 1 to 70. It was 1 to 77 or 76.
Something
I can't
like
remember.
that.
Yeah.
Something like
long
that.
story short, my snowman didn't make it.
2.5 days.
Sweet. Well, the other thing that I wanted to shout out then at the very end is we're going to be listening to some music. One is the Sword Coast Soundscape guys on Bandcamp, if you want to check it out. The other one is also Travis Savoy. You spell that Travis as you would expect, Travis. And the second one is Savoie. Fantastic music collection that I bought specifically for this, just because I felt bad getting copyright slammed for using Chatwood's music, which is asinine because on Twitter he has blasted YouTube and Twitch multiple times for copywriting his music, which he has specifically allowed to be open-ended. So here we go. Hopefully this is going to work out a little bit better, and it's specifically themed for Curse of Strahd. If you're playing Curse of Strahd, that music is going to be great. Let me put that name in the chat just so you guys have it as well. Highly suggested. Fantastic music maker. All right, that said, let's stop pushing off the inevitable ends. I even changed the frames of the players this evening to be tombstones because y'all know where this is about to go. Let's dive back into Curse of Strahd with Sept Imperium. Previously on Barovia, you all had traveled to the Wizard of Wines, beat back druids that had taken over the place, dug up these gems that apparently gave magical life force to the vines upon which all of the different grapes that were turned into the wines were ultimately made. Chris, paying attention to all of this, decided to cast hand crossbow. I'm just giving you a hard time. You guys were able to defeat the druids, were able to get all of that going, but then were beat hard as the druids sent their response. A weird, massive, animated tree that was swung at you guys had its roots grapple you to death, and ultimately carried multiple of you guys off. As we moved on from there, a new player entered the scene. A half-orc by the name of Ganon, and very interesting proclivities, such as a leather thong that was decorated with furs to look like a tail. And when asked about it, Ganon told us that, what do you mean? That's just my tail. As he even has certain horns attached to his helmet. This man has some issues, but hey, it's Barovia. Who doesn't? Hoyt and Ganon took a little bit of a short rest, trying to recuperate after that asinine fight against this elder druid, and then started pursuing. Meanwhile, the ravens of the Wizard of Wines had agreed to help you guys out. And when I say ravens, it's the Martico family, who apparently all have the curse of lycanthropy, specifically the were-raven strain. As they had delayed the elder druid just enough for you guys to be able to catch up, you re-assaulted the situation, were this time able to get rid of the tree and the druid. And as you guys look around, most of you currently passed out in the swamp, and a certain somebody laying dead in this fetid water. That is where we're going to pick up again this week. All right, tossing it to you guys. You guys look around, you're able to quickly stem the flow of blood from the people around, and the were-ravens coming back over to you guys. They kind of look at you guys in their raven form. The less injured one turns towards you guys, and you recognize that to be the husband that you had seen before. As he goes, I have to bring my wife back to the vineyard. The ravens will follow you and help you as best as they can. I hope this was enough. I'm sorry. As his little beady eyes look towards Dunan's dead body. I'm sorry, we couldn't help in time.
Dunan?
You mean...
Sorry, Dagmar.
I was like,
Am I not
hold
ready?
up, I ain't ready for this.
You glance over.
She
and
gambled,
I don't know.
and she didn't know she had truly lost.
you look over and Finn's
I'm like,
stabbing
I have
Dunan in
the
the
most epic
chest.
roll off in history. I better not be dead.
You wouldn't help you.
Call me, threaten to stab me.
Tommy Rabbit, one more time.
Please tell me it's with the girlfriend's foot.
Oh,
It's just the nail.
just
Oh shoot.
Just kill me, TK me. I don't want to be touched by that foot.
oh no.
Oh,
As dude
sweetie.
opens his eyes and Finn's standing above him like, hi. Wipes his lips to pretend like he's the one that gave the mouth to mouth. Ha! What'd you have to eat?
One point of on unconsciousness. As per the rules, you get 1d4 hours before you naturally just wake up with 1 HP. So unless you guys have some kind of form of healing, which Ganon, I think you still have enough left in the tank to use lay on hands if you would like.
I do. Yeah, I just I don't know him.
You just decide not to? Is that what's happening?
I like it. No, we're gonna get along just fine. Just fine.
Stranger danger.
It's like
I've been
100
rolling-
gold
I've been
per
rolling
touch.
For my life for a while, so I'll wake up in 3 hours. Apparently.
I got a necessity. Y'all want it, so no. I'll do heal him 1 point. You know, just go around and do the one. The
Alrighty,
whole
go
one
ahead.
thing.
And mark off. Well, actually, just 2 people are down.
Yeah.
So 2 HP if you want to take that off of your lay on hands pool.
Okay.
I thought 3 because Mal, Knack, and me, right?
Mal,
You're well,
Knack
you're
is
stabilized.
technically
Knack's just
fine.
prone-
Yeah.
You're just prone. I apologize. I saw the icon.
Yeah.
Apologize.
Alright, as you gather around, and the MVP of this group is in the center of it all, Kevin. The Ravens turn
right.
towards you guys once more. We will be off now. Stay safe.
We
Be,
appreciate your help.
of course, it's the least we could do. As you can tell, like neither of them are very good at being fighters. They certainly were thrown in a situation that was a little bit too deep for them. Let's put it that way. And they just nod towards you and turn into smaller ravens and fly off. As a swarm of ravens, just diminished as it is, flies over and lands right next to Mal.
I take it they're all dead.
All the ones that are around here, anyway.
I was slightly indisposed.
Yeah, we finally got that one druid.
Hoyt's just staring at her. After he.
Who
told
dragged the
her.
body over? Oh, okay.
Just the mists.
You're not
I'm
going
just
anywhere. That's like.
That's what I'm concerned. I'm like, who the fuck?
We look over and wolves are dragging her body away. Like,
It's the
That's what
old
she would
wolf.
have wanted.
I'm just sitting there trying to stuff the body in my bag.
Finn grabs the feet.
Oh, shit.
Left. Pivot.
It's another show that wouldn't survive without laugh tracks. Seriously, watch it.
Yeah.
Does she still smell of mint and now dead corpse herself? Or
Yeah. I mean, the corpse smell hasn't quite set in, so it's mostly
Okay, cool.
just blightwood and mint.
Lovely. Okay.
Yeah, just a touch of blight.
It's that beechwood smell, you know.
So,
That-
so,
Go ahead, Chris. Oh, go ahead, Finn.
so, how dare you give my real name? So Finn will walk over to Dagmar's body and just kind of glance around, sees Doonan getting up, you know, once again crushed and then standing back up. Glances over at Ganon and the eyes kind of catch, you know, thinking back to the childhood with the old pin to tail and the donkey games, and he's kind of noticing the similarity. But then he's gonna glance over at Dagmar's body and be like, why does it feel like every time you gain one, you lose one. You gain one, you lose one. It just seems constantly, people are constantly dying, but what? I didn't even get a chance to apologize about insulting her rats. I mean, they're cute in their own way, I guess. And he's gonna reach down, he's gonna put his hand on Dunan's chest and go,
Do not
or
take her
Dagmar's.
foot.
I'm not gonna take. I'll kind of glance over and then give a little smirk out of the joke. And I'm gonna glance down and put my hand on Dagmar's body and go,
You will be missed. If only there was a way to bring you back. But that's just not my cup of tea.
And then I realized that she always tried to offer everyone tea, and I'm like, and I know you love tea. And then I'm just gonna walk back over to the group.
Maybe we could take her back to the church. Maybe there's something they could do.
Like what?
Exchange a favor for a favor.
That's what I was thinking.
That's
They
a
have-
big favor. That's a thing.
Yeah, but there's
I've
churches
seen-
being assaulted too.
I've
Lots of
seen
their lives
people-
lost.
Holy men bring people back before. We wouldn't have a lot of time though.
Really? How long do we have?
It's getting a little above my pay grade, but the only time I've ever seen it, it was done within a few days.
Knack, make me an Arcana or Religion check, up to you.
We do an Arcana.
Righty. You certainly have heard of more, let's call them, above the board kind of ways to bring people back.
Normal.
Some of them are like within a minute.
Not
Some
like the
of
ways
them
that look
fast.
like my
But
cup.
you're past that. But there's other ways. There's 10 days. You think
Technically,
like
I
10
could.
days. And then you're like,
Spell book, like,
Knack, there's almost like an involuntary little twitch of a smile at the corner of your mouth. It just as there is that temptation, that urge to say, well, there's a different way.
he
Just the
hears
Jeremy
Volak's voice
up
come from
close
behind.
eyes.
No. Just- there we go. I wonder what that looks like on stream. Oh, it looks crazy on stream.
It's just like
the
right
one
here.
eyeball.
It's like you're looking through a peephole.
Yeah, that's appropriate for him.
Clarice.
Oh my god. In other news,
Yeah. Sorry.
how
Yeah.
does this, the previous druids that we fought at the Wizard of Wands, how does this one look in comparison to the other ones? Minus the
Make me
face
an
bent
investigation
into a pulp.
check.
Oh, wonderful.
And while he's doing that, I'm
Not-
gonna be like, there is a way we can get her within 10 days. There is a way to get her back.
Where do we gotta get her?
I think our best bet would be the church or the Morning Lord now.
That was what my thought was. None of us I know can do it, but if anyone could, they could. They clearly have a problem that they need help with. So, to your point, a favor for a favor.
Well, I mean,
We agree to figure out where the trouble is coming from and to stop it. Wherever they're getting in from or however they're getting in from. If we could stop that, they might in turn be willing to bring our friend back. In worst case scenario, if they can't, I guarantee they'll at least let us bury her there and give her a proper burial. So she's not buried in a fucking swamp.
And
Yeah,
if
I
they-
mean-
and if they make us bury her on the outside of town, I might burn the place to the ground.
I'm good with that.
so I mean, how far are we from? Oh God, feels like we've been traveling for days. How far are we from?
We're a couple
Valaki?
days. I think we're 2-3 day travel. Cough cough. Is that correct, DM?
I'm actually double checking right now.
I would say
You see where I was going, Drake.
Because we got like hyperspace transported. I think it's about 2-3 days.
It's about another day, actually. If you guys
Okay, just
start pressing
a day.
right now, it is almost 6 p.m. Ish. Again, for people watching the stream, I like using the I forget what it's called, like daytime mod for Foundry, so you can actually see what time it is. I know that devalues the keen mind feat slightly, but it helps the player so much. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting towards evening. You certainly, if you feel like it, could try and put up camp here and then set
she's
out.
been dead what, 1 day?
Yes.
I mean,
No, less than.
Oh,
Less than.
well,
You, because you
well,
guys set
well,
out.
okay,
It hasn't
so
been a full day yet.
Today is her first full day when this day ends, basically.
Okay.
Tomorrow midday. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's my thought. we have to.
Sorry, I'm
finish-
just imagining this little bread like expiration thing just printed on the forehead of Dagger's like expires.
basketball 4. Yeah.
And then Knack puts a little note question mark after.
Yeah.
That's my day.
I actually write that on parchment and I tie it to her foot, her toe.
Toe time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right. I think what we should do, we're already here. Before this hag has a chance to regroup her strength, I think we all get to full strength, finish this, and then we either will finish it and then we can take her back, or we will lay to rest here with her. But we could very easily put some sticks and create kind of a what am I thinking? Like a stretcher type thing that we could carry.
Yeah.
And
I feel like Clancy in my mind
exactly.
immediately went to the scarecrow.
Well, my image was like, we'll find a couple sticks and hide her.
Build her a pyre. Not
You look over and Finn's dragging over some leaves, like I got it.
Just throwing moss on her body. Like, this will be fine.
We can build a coffin real quick and dance to the hag with her on our shoulders.
So one thing, and she was my friend, but I'm going to be just the morbid one here because we made this mistake the last time we lost someone. Is there anything in her bag that could be useful to us?
Oh, that's a good question.
You answer that one.
While she's looking that up, Finn's gonna reach over, get down on one knee, and kind of just once again put his hand on her chest, and he's gonna pull his bag with the egg in it. He's gonna snap his fingers, and the egg will then reappear, and he's gonna put the pillow or the egg under her head like a pillow, and kind of let her head rest on my bag.
The rock pillow.
The rock pillow. Hey, it's better than the ground.
She's dead.
Yeah, I don't
It's
think she might.
a sign of it's a sign of I don't know.
Look at-
Sweetness.
She has 2
Dicks.
daggers, a rapier, a short bow with 20 arrows,
Damn, she's strapped.
torch, rations, water skin, hemp rope, a backpack, thieves' tools, bedroll, mess kit, tinderbox, and no coin to her name.
What? Wait a
She
second.
is.
Because she spent all of her money on weapons. You hear how many weapons she?
All right.
But they're all pink camo.
Where? Think Hoyt looking over the body of the
Mhm.
druid, which I rolled an 18 on.
I wanted to, I wanted to
22.
circle back around,
Oh.
but not interrupt those
I
guys.
was gonna.
So
say,
what you
oh,
checked over and you saw that this woman seems to be older. Her hands, her nails have just grown wild. They're kind of like this long, splintery, kind of yellowed hue, but blackened at the same time from having apparently lived in these swampy conditions all her life. You look further, you see all of these tattoos that are mostly faded all across her body. The meaning and setting of which seem to be all over the place. A lot of them seem to have some kind of a depiction or connection to nature, certainly, but each one, there's a depiction of a wolf that seems to get demonic. There seems to be some kind of a pentagram that is summoning forth this like possessed looking tree. All of it seems to just have that tinge of darkness, that twist towards the profane. And you look over, it certainly seems like she was more advanced in the arts than many of the others were. She has this yew staff that she used. It was not another one of these Goliath staffs as the other druids had been using. But as you look over her, you find no valuables, no possessions, anything like that would be like, oh, we could definitely sell that. But overall, you just get the sense that this woman, the inspection, like, has lived out in the wilds. Like, her teeth are just rotted away. Some of them have just been replaced by like what looks like wood has just been kind of stuck up there, like splintered into her gums and kind of like awkwardly grew around it and healed there. It's like it's disgusting. Like this is just, if you hadn't spent all of your effort punching her to death, you'd almost feel bad for the life she must have led up until now. But you don't.
You staff. Looking at Knack. Looking back at the staff. Might want to take this just in case.
Knack with 2 stabs already. All right.
Looking at the seeing
Looking
the
like a
puzzle look
walking
on your face.
fence.
You've got the one that we that we can snap again, but you've got another one?
Yeah, I mean, it's the one I always carry. It's the one I've had from before.
No, he's talking. He thinks you meant 3 of the.
Oh, no.
I thought you meant
have
you
like
had
a
the
rate.
broken one plus the.
No, I threw the broken one away, so I just have the one Matthias staff, and then I have just the staff that I started with. So, so I just got like I'm holding the staff. I got a staff on the air. A third one, sure, why not?
So worst case scenario, he can just stand real still, and people will think he's a fence, and just.
Yeah. Well,
That's
since you don't want it, right through her mouth, I'm gonna stake it to the ground.
Alrighty.
Was this another Goliath staff or whatever it's called?
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh, I thought. Okay, I maybe misunderstood. I was like, why are we just using this as a? This seems like a valuable stake, man.
You
I
ram
didn't
it
say I
through.
didn't want it.
As it actually kind of like halfway, as you kind of push it through, halfway through, it just splinters off, giving you the impression that it was not a magical staff, just a staff used to channel her divine magic.
Lovely.
Well, it's broken now. Nobody can use it. I'm just gonna kick her into the swamp.
As she rolls into the fetid waters, murky with swamp and leeches and other debris that is just floating there.
I was gonna ask about something on her too, but I'm not getting in the water. Nice job, Hoyt.
If it was something that you could have seen, I mean, what were you looking for?
Oh no, I was simply gonna just try to. I wanted to look and see if it looked like she had like trophies or anything like that from like, because when she took us, I didn't know if like, I was trying to gauge, was she taking us as like as like trophies that, you know, for potential, or was she trying to turn us and use us? Like, that's what I was looking like. Did she have like a string of ears? I'm making up. Or
Make me an
anything like that.
investigation check, kind of on you guys, to see if she took anything from you.
Oh, okay.
She got the toes.
I could have used that, by the way, just so you know in the future.
Is the body just floating in the water?
Well, it's sinking down, like full,
Alright.
like slow mode.
The staff.
Okay,
Pull back out.
there we go. Come back.
Baby, come back.
As you kind of like wrap it around, roll me a d100.
Oh my god. I'll throw it in the water. I'm gonna pull it out of the water.
The human bobber right now is what.
This
he's
is what
using it
D&D
as.
is truly about. You've got it out, and you try to yank it back, but it wraps around her neck and just snaps it off as the body is now completely covered. The head comes flying back towards you, and then incinerates with a lightning charge.
Oh,
Jealousy.
To be
Mal
not to be,
and-
that is the question.
Mal and Doonan, you guys both notice chunks of your hair have been crudely cut. More like ripped out as you feel painful patches missing.
Did you destroy the body? Okay. Well, hopefully our hair is in there with her, because that I wanted to know if she had taken something, to know if I was going to be cursed by another hag. But we're just going to go off the hope that you just electrocuted it, so we're all good.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Lightning and water doesn't mix too well. I see any fish float to the top.
just leeches.
If it's okay with you guys, I'm gonna lay here and try not to die and fall asleep.
Finn is gonna plop down and kind of take a big, deep breath, and he's gonna glance over and look over at Gannon and be like, "So, are we going to address the?" And he kind of turns his head and goes,
He's a minotaur. Stop being racist.
Wait, what?
"Like I've seen minotaurs in my lifetime. Like, what the fuck? It's a kobold."
But he looks
When I
like
was in-
me.
Yeah, when I was in Faerun, I encountered a few of his kind. They're normally evil.
I'm right here.
I wasn't talking to you like you weren't. I was just saying most of your brethren is normally evil.
So Finn will look over at Gannon and go,
So where are you from?
Here.
Okay. Here. Like here? Or
Yeah,
just
this is where you
around-
found me.
Oh. Okay. Well, I've never seen a minotaur before, but I mean, I thought they were bigger,
Sorry?
like taller.
You
A
should have
little
seen my
wider?
brothers.
Oh, they much bigger. You the runt?
I wouldn't call myself the runt, but I matured late. If you want to talk about it. It's not pleasant. But I may do. Don't you worry about that, little one. I may do.
You mean, I mean, you seem sturdy. Yeah, you seem sturdy. Like you can take care of yourself. And then he's gonna kind of glance over and he's gonna notice that the tail is just laying there dormant. I'm guessing it's not whapping back and forth like maybe a dog. Just go, oh, okay. Well, neat. And for some reason, Finn is slightly obsessed with this tail. Don't push the red button. Just kind of glances and goes, "Oh, what's your name there, friend?"
Are you talking to me or the tail?
Your tail has a name?
Your tail has a name.
Finn says, perks back up and go, "Well, now we get to have a conversation."
No, little one. It does not have a name, but you clearly can't take your eyes off of it.
Well, it's such a magnificent tail. It's kind of hard
I
to
would
take my eyes
prefer
off.
you look at me rather than my ass.
And then Finn will give him one glance up at him and then back to the tail.
Now that you mentioned the tail again, I haven't seen it move. I wonder if he got his ass severed at some point and it's just dead.
Are you talking to me or the tail?
Okay, I apologize. Your tail has
I've
a
been
name.
in a lot of rumbles, that's for sure.
That tail's been through a lot of rumbles.
That may be so. I've fought in a lot of monsters in my day so far, and I will tell you that this tail and I have been through a lot, as well as the horns up here and my hooves.
I'll tell you one thing. I've seen my fair share of monsters in my line of work, and I have never ran across a half-orc minotaur before. Looks like a science experiment gone wrong, but I won't judge you off of it.
What?
How would he?
What was that first part? What did you say? What did you call me, sir?
I said you're a half-orc minotaur.
A what?
Finn's gonna go.
Let's just rest on it.
So I'll
Yeah,
go back.
let's do that.
Yeah. So I'll kind of sense the awkwardness, and I'll go. Oh, so again, what's your name, friend?
Yes, my name is Ganon. Ganon Brostatus.
Brostatus?
Pronounced. Yes, Brostatus here.
Oh, wonderful. There's a long line
Of
of
course it is.
Brostatus lying around. I'm guessing it sounds like a strong family.
A lot of bros, probably. A lot of bros.
Yes,
A lot of-
we
lot of
With a lot of
brothers.
status.
we resemble the Gronks. I'm the small one.
Oh, the Gronks. Yeah, I think I've heard of them. Yeah. I'm gonna kind of look over at the group like, y'all call me fucking crazy, you motherfuckers. And then I'll glance back on. Well, you know what? At this rate, I don't know how much time you've spent here, man, but people come and go all the time, and I can always use another friend. And I'm gonna reach my hand out to shake his hand.
Are you still looking at my tail?
No, I'm forcefully looking. I'm like when you see a girl or a big, you got her like out. You're like, yeah, what's up, man? And you're just trying to really maintain that focus. Like,
He's gonna look dead at you, right in your eyes. Kind of point the horns a little towards you, and then he's going to give the fakest, but like most abnormal kind of huff that you would think could be resembled of a minotaur, but he's trying. Just like,
As I'm watching this, when he bent his head
little-
down
a
and
little
did
bit
that,
of
did
just
his helmet
snot comes
move
out.
any?
and then he looks dead at Finn and he goes, "I think you and I are gonna get along, little one."
yeah, fine, just fine. And then
Sorry,
it'll
Hoyt.
plop
What were you
back
gonna
down.
say?
I said, when he bent down and did that, did his helmet move any? What the
It's-
horn slip?
It's strapped on there pretty tight, but like you can kind of see the horn just kind of like they wobble just a little bit, just a little bit.
What are they made? Just
my
out of from a
God.
meta perspective, what are they made out of? What are they?
Okay, so when I do that and you further inspect it, and I think most of you guys have gotten a better
Uh-huh.
look at this point. It's like a leather cap, and the best way you can describe it is like year one NFL football. You know, like one of those like kind of football caps. It's kind of leather with some like padding.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
back
old
in the
school
day.
ones?
Yeah, old school ones.
ones.
Yeah.
Yep. And maybe like rugby sometimes.
Yeah.
And then he's got like two leather straps that come off the top of it, and then on top of that you'll see the horns that kind of like lay inside of it, and it's clearly all strapped together, and it looks pretty tight. And when he moves his head, you can tell it's like kind of on there really well. But he does have long hair, kind of like coming out the back of it. And then you see the tail, which is kind of like leathery and strapped around something. It doesn't look like a flat tail, like a pin the tail on the donkey, but it is round, right? And you can clearly see leather going around it. And the hair actually looks real, because it is real hair. So it looks real hair. And then on his calves, right, he's got metal arm plates that are also surrounded by hair, kind of like the Russian like snow kind of like plates or whatever it would be. So it's kind of like that. But this is the kicker.
You mean
This
you
is
mean he has the
kicker.
boots with the fur?
He's got the boots
With the fur!
So when you look
Walker's looking at it.
when you look down at his feet, all right, he's got a base leather strap around his ankle, and then a base one at the front of his foot, and those things are strapped, bound to two hoofs at the bottom of his feet.
Of course they are.
Yep.
So you can
You know-
see his bare feet, and he's basically got these like hoof sandals, kind of clog things he's walking on.
He's wooden snowshoes. He's
But when he moves pretty gracefully in them. Like he's been on them a while,
so,
and
I
like this
love-
is what he knows.
It's just pure
I
callous.
love that
his
he
entire
doesn't know where
foot.
he's from, but his fashion's on point. Like his fucking.
Yeah, Tom can't tell you. He can't even give you a fucking planet that he's from. But he can describe his outfit fucking to the T. This is my fall winter 1996 outfit from the catalog, page 36, section B. Color
From the
palette.
Minotaur collection.
Yeah, color palette chartreuse. He knows all that shit. But you're like, hey, where are you from? And he's like, here. This swamp.
So the best. I would have given my left pinky if he'd have said they're paper mache.
In the swamp, they would have been done.
Oh my God.
Hey, Doonan, I think I found some of your hair.
Well, man, that's what I needed right there. My nights, I'm good. I don't care what happens. I could die today. We'll be all right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm
Bro
going to
status
sleep.
for real.
Yep.
Before Hoyt goes to sleep, Finn would like to. And since I
Let's
didn't stop,
watch.
yeah. Before Hoyt,
I'm not watching shit.
Finn does want to walk over to Hoyt and ask. I don't know a lot about the artificer. I didn't get a chance to talk to Jason before. I could swap the enhancement from the hand to the two-hand. I don't know how that works.
He has to do it every morning, theoretically.
Is it every morning? Okay. I just
Well,
wanted to-
technically, so the big question really is, can you change your infusions, right? Let me reread that really quick, because do you want to
I don't
describe
want the
what you're
repeating shot, I just want
pitching?
the +1.
Yeah, what you don't want the repeating,
Oh,
just the +1?
No, just
I
the
think
+1.
you mean the other way around, right?
I have the
No?
plus
No.
one.
Oh, okay.
The magic weapon is what I was asking.
Yeah, I
Not-
have that.
not the-
Don't worry about it.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
got that.
I didn't want to switch to repeating because I think it. Yeah. I did the math. And I think one hand will still work out better.
Yeah,
I
Hoyt,
don't- I
what
don't
are
want
your
repeating
infusions right now?
anyways. What's that?
What are your infusions
My
right now?
infusions are Bag of Holding, Enhanced Weapon, Goggles of Night, and Enhanced Armor.
And what do you actively have going on?
Enhanced Armor and Enhanced Weapon.
Who has the enhanced weapon?
Me.
Finn has it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to swap the enhanced weapon from my two-handed crossbow to my hand crossbow that I had for
I can
Baron.
do that in the morning.
Okay.
Because I have to re-up my infusions anyways.
Cool. That's fine. That's why I just want to double check how that works.
Right.
So I just ask. I'll just basically say, "Hey, can I do this?" And you'll stress that it happens in the morning. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I did that. I added it in D&D Beyond. Let me know if I did that right at some point. You don't have to do it publicly, but
Yeah, I'm just making the changes on Foundry as well.
cool. I appreciate it.
Now,
So then
as
Finn
a
will lay
as a
down.
reminder on that stuff, you're not going to be able to make your bonus offhand thing with that unless you get the repeating shot. That's one of the big things that it's and I know we talked about this before, for people watching, like having the crossbow expert feat. If you have the repeating shot, you can make the 2 shots from the same crossbow. That's the whole point. Otherwise, the idea is that you could swing and then as a bonus action shoot, right? If you have 2 repeating shot crossbows, you could ultimately do 3 shots. Bang, 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 right? So you would need 2 hand crossbows for the combo to work properly. Otherwise, you can make 2 shots with your main hands with a crossbow feature, but you need to have that free hand to load an actual bolt back. So it's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing the attack, bonus action, attack. I'm keeping the one
About to
hand
say,
free.
if he's keeping one hand free, then he can attack, bonus action, attack.
No, he
with
can't,
extra attack.
because it wouldn't be an offhand weapon anymore. You see what I'm saying? It's not in your offhand.
It doesn't
So he wouldn't
it
be
doesn't
able
say
to do
offhand.
this, right?
But he
But
doesn't
is-
have to because it's using magical ammunition.
Not for the enhanced weapon. So that's one of the big ones. That's why I had that talk with you, Chris. Because enhanced weapon is not repeating shot. Repeating shot actually magically generates ammo.
But then with crossbow expert, it says he ignores the loading property, which means he no longer has to load the weapon.
And that's exactly where it comes back down. So the research that I did on
so
that,
does the repeating shot solve this?
yes,
Yeah, but then you're doing
that
half
is why I've
damage.
talked to you. Why would he do half damage?
Because he wouldn't have a magical weapon anymore.
Yes, he
On
would.
certain creatures.
It is still a magic weapon. Repeating shot turns a bow or a crossbow into a magic
Then for
weapon.
the-
It even
for the
gives
sake
it
of
a
time, can we just
+1
swap that
bonus.
Well, I don't know
Yeah.
if artificers can swap their infusions. I don't know.
When he
Shit.
leveled,
Yeah.
he could. When he leveled, he could.
Well,
That's
that
why-
that is what I
level
wanted to look
6.
up. So that's why I wanted to just circle back around.
Sorry,
So
I
that's
didn't
why I
think it
was
was going
trying
to be
to
that
get
big
that.
of a deal. My bad.
No, it's not that big of a deal, but it's just like that is what it comes down to really quick. Let me look that up while you guys take a long rest. Who's going to do perception checks during the watch
I'll do
before
the
you hit long
first.
rest?
I'll do second.
Go ahead and roll your perception checks for me.
Take third.
Make sure that if you guys have exhaustion from anything, that you take account of that too.
Guess I'll take 4.
Is there 4?
Is there? I don't know.
So for Drake, for your benefit, when you have if you have an artificer in your group, repeating shot is a magical enhancement to your weapon. Just FY, if you give advice to another player.
Nice.
Chat, if you guys see that really quick, I don't see anything that specifically says at level up you can change your infusions. I know that for most other things it allows that. So for this specific one, I'm going to have allow you to switch that. So Hoyt, which one of your infusions do you want to switch for repeating shot?
Let's do Goggles of Night.
Roger that.
Do you have dark vision? Out of curiosity, is that what that's for?
Do
Just
what?
curious. Never
Yeah,
mind,
it gives
never
you
mind.
dark vision.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and Jason, if you wouldn't mind making that change on D&D Beyond as well, so we have that officially
Okay,
saved.
I
on
will.
there. Awesome, appreciate it. Alrighty. Because then the text lines up. Because it's so frustrating, and for people watching, for the DMs watching, even on VOD after the fact, because the way that it's worded, you essentially making like that offhand attack. The loading property does not address ammo itself. It just means that you can make 2 attacks with your extra attack if you have that. You still have to actually find a way to load ammo in there. But the loading property usually limits your attacks. It doesn't matter how many attacks you have in a turn, to only 1 attack per turn. So that gets rid of that. But it doesn't get rid of the ammo issue. Repeating shot gets rid of that. Again, not for you guys, just for the DMs or someone like that, the educational part of the stream. Alrighty.
Actually, David, I have to get rid of enhanced weapon because the other 2 are replicate a magical item. So I have to get rid of enhanced defense or magical weapon. So I'm just
See.
gonna take magical weapon off since I have that spell now, and
True.
do repeating shot. So I will keep goggles of night. So, but I do see some more interesting stuff that I will be tinkering with at level
Yeah, in the
6.
future. I know
Like
what you're talking
crossbow
about.
bolts, walloping.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
that looks dope. I don't know what it does,
Mhm.
but it looks
Was
dope.
that? It's pretty much knockdown arrows from Divinity for
Yep.
those that have played it before. Super fun.
And you can do that every long rest. It doesn't have to do a global window. You can change infusions.
No.
Yeah, but
so
he
I
gets
let him
access to
change what
more.
the actual infusion
At
was
6,
because he
I
just
get
leveled
one
up.
more.
Yeah.
So next
It's not-
level he'll
it's-
get a new infusion.
I don't want to hold the group up or anything.
No, you good. Alrighty, as you guys post up, setting up a little bit of a perimeter, Hoyt, you're the first one as everybody else kind of finds the driest bog that they can and goes to sleep. Your eyes kind of look out now. It is incredibly foggy here. You see as the mangroves are just looking like imposing giants as the fog pushes through their thick-rooted like bases standing up, sometimes a couple feet off the swampy ground. All of these massive horseflies like sometimes get you and you just damn it, unlike any of the revealed areas of your body. But the rest of your watch goes by uneventful. Phineas, your little buddy, I believe, at this point has disappeared. He only lasts for like an hour, right? Remind us.
You're correct, but I actually dismissed him to give the egg to Dagmar, so yeah, he's gone.
Gotcha. So as you kind of sit there and you look upon, and Hoyt, was there anything else that you wanted to accomplish during your watch? Same question for all of you watch takers.
Just a brief thank you to the Morning Lord for the assistance during the battle with the tree and retrieving our compatriots, and for bright light for a strong battle tomorrow.
Roger that. And as you finish your prayer, you walk over, you wake up Finn.
And Finn will sit up and begin his watch, and then at the end of my watch, I'll have some small activity. But yeah,
You have a what? Say that again.
a small activity at the end of my watch. But
Go for it.
so not knowing what time it is, because Finn doesn't own a watch, but he's remembering the promise he made to Varen that every night at midnight he's going to play the fiddle, and Finn is just going to very quietly just kind of sit here and play the fiddle at midnight, just in case.
As everyone turns around like, shut up! Put it away.
God,
Alrighty.
that's horrible.
Please just let me listen to the frogs in peace.
Alrighty, your watch goes by uneventful. Knack, anything special that you want to do during your watch?
Oh, I'm feeling on the verge of an epiphany, and I am knee deep in my book. I also change out my
Don't take your long rest yet.
Oh, my bad.
I also change out my one of my cantrips as a wizard.
What did
So
you switch out?
I
Just so I can have
removed
that right.
Mage Hand and put in Mind Sliver. It's already in both
Gotcha.
D&D Beyond and Foundry.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think I know what's happening now.
And as you sit there, kind of like having laid out some rags and kind of kneeling beside Dagmar's body, and you kind of take notes, and you have like a Da Vinci, like the man kind of like drawn out there, and you're looking at different things, and as you draw and make me wisdom saving throw.
Oh God.
Okay.
You look over
Wise as
everything,
fuck.
and it's just a steel trap of your mind as you're looking over everything. So when this presence starts to touch upon your very being, your soul, your mind, your ears, your surroundings, you're immediately aware. You slam down your quill, and before you're even able to like say a word, you just hear a "No, please continue. I enjoy your work." You just seem to hear it kind of like sifting out of nowhere, like flitting towards you.
My work will continue. and I'll be sure to use it against you.
You mistake who I am. I am someone interested in your success. I am not the one who is trapped here. Do you seek to break the prison, Tusked One?
Yes, I do.
Good. Keep practicing.
Who
By
are
the
you?
way, you made a mistake. As you suddenly see like a couple lines and the runes kind of glow, and the ink itself seems to kind of rearrange, almost like Snake on a Nokia, kind of rearrange itself and going about as the runes kind of become normal again. You look at that, and indeed, it's almost like somebody finally balanced an equation. There's your eureka moment, and you realize, that is what I need. You kind of almost involuntarily start speaking some of the first lines, and as you do, there's this eldritch, sickly, pale green energy that is even paler than Drake's shirt, kind of shining forward and upward out of the book. And as you do, you see just a little bit of pallid energy lay above Dagmar's body. And you can't help but twitch your index finger. And as you do, there's almost like this thin green line that connects down towards the book. As suddenly a skeletal hand, massive compared to the one that you had in your mage hand before, that just twitches the same index finger as Dagmar's left arm just goes.
Uh-huh.
And before you finish the spell, you just... And it's just this wide smile, predatory almost, upon Nak's face.
Oh shit.
Do it.
Your
guess
watch
I
goes
forgot.
by without any further events. Sorry, go ahead,
I
Clancy.
forgot to mention, in her inventory is also all her anatomy notes, so Next probably swipe those.
Without a doubt, those are all mine.
And that was what you needed. That was the last push. You're just like, oh, that's what a spleen does.
Oh, fuck. Awesome. That's awesome.
And then Dagmar raises from the dead and goes, "What next, Master?"
Oh no. Oh no.
No. Nak wouldn't do that. But
Role play that, Clancy.
my precious. My precious.
I feel like it's
Get into, like, full
the
emotion,
Walking Dead opportunity of a lifetime.
Oh Jesus Christ. No, thank you.
Indeed. Nak, your
Morning
watch.
Lord.
Dear Morning Lord,
Oh,
what the
Morning Lord.
fuck is happening?
Hey man.
Yeah. Mal, you're the next one up, and in a weird, double playing, disjointed, bipolar scenario, Mal is just kind of rocking back and forth. How do you feel, or how do you think Mal would feel looking at this one person who has been the nicest his entire life? Frankly, the only person that was ever nice to him his entire life, laying dead in the swampy water.
I imagine, I don't know much about Mal's history, but I imagine there is a lot of
But
sorrow.
she did know
and
much
yet,
about biology. Don't know much about Barovia. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But I imagine Mal is potentially used to loss in some form or another. So maybe Mal is just gently braiding Dagmar's hair the first and only time probably Dagmar would ever allow him to do as such.
Every once in a
And
while, there's
then-
just a puff of smoke. I was like, oh shit. And there's just like that burnt hair smell.
Yeah. Ever burned dirt? Oh no, she actually had a bath. No, wow.
Did one.
Yeah, one bath.
Bucket list.
And then Mal's probably just gonna try to speak softly to the crows. Just saying stories about Mal's favorite chipped bowl to drink tea from. Dagmar was really snooty about her tea and like roll his eyes. Yeah. And I can't cast speak animal or anything like that, but just gentle whispers to the crows about everything.
And as you
But,
do,
he had-
it almost seems like the crows seem to be responding. But they kind of like sometimes hop upon Dagmar's body as now you kind of just shake your head emphatically no as the crow jumps back down back onto your shoulder. There's like a handful. And towards the last like half hour or so of your rest takes you fly off. And then maybe some 15 minutes later they come back. More of them. All right, everybody gets a long rest in.
I'm just about trying to give Dagmar a long rest. She's in for the longest rest of her life.
She's
On
getting a
life.
dirt nap.
She's getting a real good nap right now.
Yeah, oh, it's the best.
She's gonna feel so refreshed after.
Do I lose my point of exhaustion?
You sure do. If you take a long rest, it's gone.
I was waiting for him to say, Indunin, roll me a D.
Blissfully normal, no harshness, no darkness, just happy dreams. You envision yourself strangling a hag to death, slapping her a couple times for good measure.
I demand that when if Ganon gets a nightmare, he wakes up panting, I am a Minotaur! Hurry!
I am a real boy. I am.
Moo!
Jesus Christ.
He does make
Alrighty,
those
as you.
noises as he sleeps.
Of course he does.
It's just
Question is,
trained
does he
and
sleep
great.
standing up?
He does not, because he's also a humanoid. Minotaurs are.
Anyways.
They sleep in the fetal position.
It's a big fetal position.
Anyways, sorry. I couldn't help it.
All right, the morning is yours. What do you do?
How long would it take us to make like a makeshift stretcher to carry Dagmar's body?
Maybe an hour or so.
On it. I'll go grab. Finn will go gather some, I don't know, supplies, maybe some long branches or something.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Sounds good. Yeah, you break off and cut down and shape with whatever means you may have these two skinny, like relatively young trees, getting all the branches off of that stuff, tying some of the rope that you have between that and almost using it like in a crisscross pattern, laying over like maybe her bedroll so that she can actually lay upon it as you guys put it on there.
As they're
And-
collecting all the stuff, I wanted to kneel down next to Dagmar and just run my hands over her eyes to make sure her eyes were closed and say, we hope you'll be back with us soon. And I'm going to touch both of my hands to her arm and I'm going to magically tinker and have her smell like mint because that was her
Aw.
favorite smell.
Aww.
And,
Aww.
and you'll see like a green glow come out of Hoyt's, like a minty green glow, kind of frosty, come across her arm for the mint smell.
I'd like to
just
do an
gotta
attack
take it.
roll against Hoyt, because Hoyt is never nice, so this is clearly an imposter.
His mind has been
There's a-
altered.
There's a spy in our midst.
There's a spy.
As they're doing all this,
Kind.
all this lovely stuff, I'm gonna go.
Here we go.
I'm gonna make my way to a corner. I'm gonna go on the other side of these trees, like way over here. Doo-doo-doo-doo, don't mind me. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Just gonna go pee-pee. Don't bother me. And then I'm gonna dump that skeleton out of the bag that I have.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to make an appearance.
Oh, God.
Jangling, jangling.
Because it's not going to be more awkward when you come back with a walking skeleton as opposed to you running in front of us. It's like, oh, don't mind Charlie. Charlie's with me, okay?
Followed me home. Can I keep it?
Yeah.
Look what I found, guys.
He seems super nice.
I am going to cast Animate Dead on this Skelly.
Alrighty. And it takes a minute to cast, right?
Yeah, I think a minute.
Alrighty. What does the spell look like, Nick?
Oh, man.
So the spell is me holding out my staff over this. It's just a pile of bones. I didn't like lay them out symmetrical or anatomical. It's just a pile of bones. And I'm gonna touch the end of the staff to the top of the skull, because the skull will be sitting on top. And as I raise it up, it's just going to, like, all the bones are gonna fall into place, and it's just gonna have this green aura around it. And then as I, an inch above the ground, let go, the skeleton's gonna just drop into place and stand steady. And then the group is gonna hear from the trees.
I knew it was coming too. That's great. That's the noise. Clancy, that's the noise.
You did it. Ladies and gentlemen.
It sounds like you've knocked off plenty of skeletons in the doctor's office before. Just pick it up and all the strings pop the bones
Oh my
back into
God.
place and just hang it back up.
Knack, as you kind of like, and the one thing that kind of happens, like all of these little green lines take all of these bones and putting them together in this marionette style appearance, and you put that over there. There's suddenly these 2 points of green light that shine in the sockets of the skeleton as it just stands there before you, awaiting your command.
I'm gonna go reach out your hand, hold my hand. We're gonna go say hello to some friends. You will not ever attack any of these people you're fixing to meet. Come on. And I'm gonna walk hand in.
Did we hear the from where we were?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We heard it. We heard it.
Guys, with Knack, what in the actual fuck is that?
Knack,
So,
Knack, why are you?
Fiddle-
What? Oh boy.
Finn draws his crossbow like, the fuck is
No.
Hoyt's
No need for
armor
that.
immediately just starts going across his hands, his arms, and all that.
No need to raise alarm. You're all overreacting. When have we seen a skeleton attack somebody?
You're
Oh, yeah.
holding
Yeah,
hands with a
We're
walking
in-
skeletons with green fucking eyes.
We're in fucking Barovia. When have we not?
Finn pulls out a piece of parchment. Well, let's see. There was a.
Everyone, this is Jeff.
Hold on. What was his name?
Jeff.
Okay.
The skeleton kind of goes.
Is that Jeff with a G or a J?
Yes.
If it's with a G, I don't even like him. I'm turning my back and walking away.
It's a J. It's a J. Come on.
Okay. I can.
I'm not a barbarian.
Ganon's gonna go up behind Hoyt and go, and you think I'm the weird one.
Hoyt turns back. I think the jury's still out, bud.
This is.
I'm gonna go lean against the
probably-
tree.
This is the first time you've seen Knack actually smile. Like genuinely happy with himself.
He bought a new car. He's fucking walking around.
Yep, I want to show everybody.
They still get that new corpse smell to it.
Yeah, this pile of bones has been in my bag for like a month.
Knack, can you make that thing fight with us?
Absolutely. He is completely under my control. Does anything I want. Do a jig, Jeff. Jeff does a jig.
So this is a DM question because I legit don't know this. Does it have a weapon and armor, or do we have to arm and armor it?
You have to arm and armor it.
That's what I thought. Okay, well,
Right now, not a whole lot of use, but he's here.
no, I've got a solution for that. Dagmar doesn't need her armor
Sorry.
right now.
So brutal. So hilarious.
She doesn't need her daggers either.
Well,
Actually,
crossbow.
I'd like to give him a bow.
you'd like to give him a bow?
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
what you
I
prefer he attack
I
with?
still think that the armor would help him from getting just disintegrated. So why don't we let him borrow Dagmar loves the dead. I don't think she would mind. Why don't we let him borrow Dagmar's armor and bow?
What?
I will happily give him my light crossbow.
There
Jeremy,
you go.
If that
You-
is
you have Jeff under your companions under the PC folder.
yes. If you want to, instead of looting the dead, if you would like to give him my two-hand
We're still
crossbow.
gonna take the armor off of her.
Touche.
No,
Well, see
she
how
has on
callous
an
I want to be
undershirt.
like, okay,
Can I
Jim,
say
strip
Dagmar,
Dragmar.
where I talk about how Dagmar's pretty dirt poor, and her leather armor is basically her clothes.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think we need to.
Well then, hold on. We're not gonna do her disservice because I'm
The
the only
dice have
other
been
woman in the
rolled.
group, right? Yeah. Okay. So this is what we're gonna do. Hold on. Give
This
me 2
campaign
seconds.
this campaign took a twist real fucking
Hold
quick,
on,
didn't it?
calm it down.
Hey, Gannon.
All right,
Gannon,
this is
do you
what
have
we're
any
gonna do.
spare leather?
I got a plan for this. Boys, I need you to turn around. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my scale mail off. I'm gonna take my clothes off. I'm gonna put my armor back on.
Oh,
Then I'll
that's
put-
gonna hurt.
I hope that armor
Talk
doesn't
about
get
chat.
pinched.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Scratch that plan. This is new plan. New plan.
Just pad the inside of your.
We
chest
talked about
with
limits, guys. This is
your
fun.
sensitive bits with some
No.
leaves.
Serious note. This is what we're gonna do. I have a
Just
perfect
not
solution
for
for
the
this.
bedroll.
No. I'm gonna take Dagmar's armor off. I have 20 feet of moldy cloth still in my inventory. I'm going to wrap Dagmar's body with that moldy cloth that I've been saving since night 2
You're gonna mummify her.
that I still have. And there we go. Problem solved.
That's what she would have wanted. Yep.
Yeah, nailed
Mint
it.
and mold, great smell.
You know.
Nailed it.
Hey, listen, I didn't want her lady bits out there for everyone to see. But we wanted to make the best use of what we could do. So
Yeah.
I think I
That's pretty good.
came up with
Yep.
a solution. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Good solution.
remove the moldy cloth from my inventory that I've been saving for like 3 months because I forgot I had it.
Oh man.
So I've deleted that from my inventory because it is
Roger
now
that.
the burial cloth that we have her wrapped up in.
Finn will give the noose that they cut so he could use it as a belt to hold it on her, kind of, so it doesn't just fall off. And he'll
Have
have
you-
to cut
Just-
Have you guys ever
out-
forgot your laundry in the dryer wet and didn't actually clean it? And you come back from like a couple week trip and you just open it and it's like that's kind of like what you guys have just wrapped Dagmar in.
Doonan, do me a favor. I'm gonna turn my head again. Take that nasty, foul-smelling shit off her, and just put her in her bedroll.
That's a better idea. I don't know why.
You also have you have a set of vestments. I was just waiting for you to say like you have vestments you could put
We
her
let
in.
the creative thinking process play itself out a little bit here. Okay,
I was gonna see where it went. I was like, I'm all for the.
I'm just gonna make Dagmar walk. Fuck it.
All right, so we'll take the cloth back off of her, throw it in the swamp, put her in her bedroll.
All right, sounds good. What other gear of Dagmar's do you guys give to Jeff?
I think just the armor, right? Because all he needs is the armor and a
He needs
weapon, right?
he needs the bolts off of her.
I mean, you guys could do the short bow and arrow and the
Yeah,
rapier.
but she doesn't have bolts. Finn
She
would
had
have to get
20
bolts.
I'm about to say she
Oh,
had.
She had
had
arrows. She had
Oh.
arrows and a short.
Short bow and a bow. So
Yeah, let's
he-
just give her the short bow and the arrows. Let's just give her the short bow
Yeah.
and the arrows. That's the easier one. She'll have 20 arrows and a short bow.
Finn, come over here for a moment.
And then hold on. Does she have a melee weapon?
She has a
rapier
dagger.
and daggers.
Let's give the skeleton the rapier also, just in the off chance he has to, get in fighting range. Do you have a shield?
Walmart.
This is a fucking
Martin, this-
Costco.
Well, let me check the back. Let me check the back corpses.
All right. I'm just listen. I'm trying to make sure Jeff.
Jay just walked into Dick's Sporting Goods and was like, one of those and one of those.
Trying to make
Also-
sure Jeremy's new fucking Corvette has got all the bells and whistles on it.
Knack, for speaking of bells and whistles, go ahead and roll me a 2d8 plus 4 if you would.
Assuming if this thing dies, all of this just falls to the ground, is what I'm assuming happens.
So it'll
Remember to
basically
pick it
be
up.
just like Dagmar.
Aw, so skinny. Just because she had not a lot, didn't do a lot. Alrighty, is you have this skeleton now wearing Dagmar's armor, strapped on the side as a rapier, slung over its shoulder as a short bow. And for just a moment, you're like, "Yeah, that's it. We gotta get her back."
Dagmar 2.0.
Hey man, if this thing pops off or something, we might have to give Dagmar some bad news when she wakes up. Hey, you don't need some new gear. He knows what he's doing.
And she wakes up naked in her bedroll. It's like,
Why do I smell like damp? What?
you kind of gave your stuff to the skeleton. Meet Jeff.
Meet Jeff.
She opens her eyes and it's Finn looking over her
And
with
Jeff
a
is
foot
like
in
standing
jail.
over her, like all contorted, like.
Hey, get a good nap?
All right, Finn, come over here.
Yes, sir. And I'm assuming you're doing what you're doing. I think you're doing it.
Alrighty. You kind of like carve in these little dwarven runes across the hand crossbow there as it glows with magical energy. And Finn, as you kind of like practice it, you try your bestest, like fast draw, quick draw on that one. And as you cock it there, like normally you've been so used to having to pull the string. This time it just appears back, and there's just like this magical energy that just scintillates there, almost like silvery blue instead of a bolt.
Right.
And it kind of has a sheen that comes across it when it pulls the thread
Yeah, buddy.
back.
And every time I shoot it, it goes,
No, actually, it's just the galloping of horses over cobblestone in the middle of a swamp.
No, Jason won every time I shoot.
That's amazing. They'll make me put that on a scroll and leave it here.
That's not,
Oh my god. Oh,
Just
man.
throw it.
All of you guys have to make me with some saving throws not to laugh. All the enemies just have to make an intelligence saving throw not to go, what the fuck? Oh my god. Alrighty.
Normal, I touch my.
You guys wrap up
and get the-
poor Dagmar's mutilated corpse put on the stretcher. Jeff keeps wanting to hold hands with you, Knack. You literally, like, you have to remind it to let go. And the ravens, now there's about a dozen ravens that is kind of like flying around Mal every once in a while and scatters upward like a little cloud of birds that follows you guys up above.
Good question. How far did we discuss how far we are from where the hag is?
About a day.
About a day's
we were a
travel.
day from. Oh, I thought we were a day from town.
Both.
We're a day.
Oh,
from
Valaki?
No, from the hag.
How far is the hag?
Actually, make me a history check with advantage, Dune. Since you are from
There's a
these
reason I'm
cursed
asking.
Terrible.
All right, Dunan, you didn't roll with advantage. Go and roll one more time.
Oh, I apologize. I didn't hear that.
I apologize.
Apologize. High noon. So what you certainly would know is, as a Vistana yourself, that things like casting implements, and we'll say Knack kind of went into the details. We'll need a diamond of status, a suitable size. And as he kind of went into the details about that, you're fairly certain that most places, the churches that you've been to, including St. Andrew's, don't have a lot of riches in them. So the biggest challenge you guys are going to face is procuring a diamond, a gem of sufficient size and worth. But that said, you guys are further from Valaki than you are from Berez. Let me double check on an exact number there. Oh yeah, this would take you guys 2.5 days to go back to Valaki, only about a day to go to Berez.
Let's go to Perez.
Yes, sir. On our path, would you allow Finn to start looking for little thorns and little branches and twigs, just to kind of pick up and start whittling as we're going, and then just for the supplies for spike growth?
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, absolutely. That shit is rampant. It's everywhere. There's like
Yeah,
these
I assume
gnarly
so.
looking rose thorn bushes and stuff like that. Yeah, as you
Wasn't
guys
about to
travel
just be
through.
Like, I cast it. You're like, well, wait a minute.
I'm guessing. So who's going to lead the group on the survival check to try to find your way towards Berez? Okay, Finn, you're going to get advantage because every single time you kind of go off path a little bit, the birds kind of swoop down, and you quickly seem to kind of get like a rapport where the birds kind of guide you back on the path that you need to be on. So go ahead and make me that survival check with advantage. Meanwhile, while he is leading you guys there, who wants to keep a lookout?
I can.
I will.
All right, Mal, go ahead. You
What type of terrain are we on?
swamp.
Damn, not forest. I'm never gonna get a forest. I swear to God.
You guys actually just left the forest to get here. Alrighty. As you guys push on over the next day, Mal, you are actually very certain that you guys have not been followed. You look around, you converse with the birds, and they don't seem to get aggressive or anything like that. As you guys push on, cutting over like out of the swamps onto like a little bit more of a like almost like a small scale mountain, more of a hilly area as you guys push up for some hours, and then as you guys finally make your way down towards like sunset. Down below you guys, just east by northeast from where you guys are standing. Let me pull up the proper description. You see as the trail hugs the river for several miles to the east for you guys, and there's a river that runs downward. From the description of what you had crossed over before, Finn, you kind of look northward, and you can actually see the bridge that you guys had crossed out of Valaki there, far, just barely on your visible horizon there. So you think if you follow this riverbed northward, you certainly could make your way back to Valaki here. That said, the dirt and grass that is kind of coming down from this little hillock that you guys are on soon turns back into that marsh as the trail dissolves into spongy earth, pockmarked with stands of tall reeds and pools of stagnant water. A thick shroud of fog covers all. Scattered throughout the marsh are old peasant cottages, their walls covered with black mildew, their roofs mostly caved in. These decrepit dwellings seem to hunker down in the mire, as though they have long since given up on escaping the thick mud. Everywhere you look, black clouds of flies dart about, hungry for blood. You see that the fog seems to be much thinner in the far side of the river, where a light flashes amid a dark ring of standing stones. And as your eyes kind of narrow down, all of you guys watch as something large seems to kind of moving around in the mud as you recognize this thing to be the thing that you had heard about.
We don't have vision.
I know, I just realized that. Hang on. Sorry about that. Don't eat that. Don't eat that. And let's try that again. Much better.
Oh.
Off in the distance, and this is probably like still a mile, like half a mile off. You see, and this seems to be kind of like just on the edge of this little ruined city or like small town. Down below, you see more of these scarecrows just clustered throughout. You see a decrepit and fallen away to the passage of time mansion or something like that, pretty much just reduced to its very foundation. And as you kind of see, you'll have to probably try to find a way to maybe cut through the village in order to get to that place, that moving house, the hut that you presume belongs to Baba Yag. And as you guys are moving down, maybe like still a half mile off. So you guys have enough time to like prepare or come up with some kind of a plan. And speaking of, that's where we're going to take our quick 10-minute break. We'll see you guys here at 8:32 Mountain Standard. 10 minutes from now. See you guys very soon.
He's just messing with you.
Alrighty, and we are back. Welcome back, y'all. Yeah, that I feel like I didn't really get to comment on that. Bunch of scarecrows. Is a crowded in here? Crowded. Oh, that is. My inner dad loves that joke. Oh, let me make sure that you guys can see this beautiful art of the huts too. It is creepy. It is wonderful.
I like them shoes. There's some nice shoes.
Right? It has like the stiletto feels to it. This is good.
Stiletto there, yeah.
Alrighty.
Thanks, I got these on sale. Just pushes you.
Yeah.
How would you guys like to approach this? As you guys are a little bit up the hill, coming down this way from a westerly direction, there's the town of Perez, like the ruins of it, kind of still standing there between you and your target, and the hut seems to be kind of like scampering along the river.
And you said there
Directly
were a bunch of
diagonal.
scarecrows down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a good chance those scarecrows are going to come alive when we get down there. So here's an idea. Tell me if I'm crazy, but the scarecrows were really hurt by flame last time. So once we get in there and we start fighting the scarecrows, the element of surprise is gone. So what if we get right to the edge and then we light torches and we just start burning the scarecrows as we see them?
Is there a chance we could sneak past the scarecrows, maybe go around?
That's what he's saying. It won't matter because they're all going to come alive whenever we get.
Yeah, I'd rather deal with them because I don't want to be fighting her and having an army of scarecrows coming up behind us. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they're probably her creation.
Fair point. I'm just trying to think if there was actually going to be a use for
I'd
Pat.
love the idea of not dealing with them at all and just dealing with her, but my fear is if we skip them, then we're going to have an army of, cannon fodder coming up behind us.
Does that
And
help?
since
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, since we're in this bog, it might slow down the house a little bit. It seems like it's keeping around the edge along the river instead of coming down into this valley.
Does the house appear to be doing some sort of, I don't know, route? Or is it just straight back and forth?
How long do you want to spend on watching it?
Oh.
It's 5:35 right now, so
It's only going to get darker.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we need to.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like this.
When I summon my wildfire spirit, it can be up to 30 feet away from me, and any creature within 10 feet of the spirit must make a saving throw or take 2d6 fire damage. So depending on how they're spaced out, I can light up a couple of them.
I like that plan. I say we just move in and once we get within 30 feet, 50 feet, I don't know, what do y'all think of where the scarecrows are? The scarecrows, they're scattered throughout the town, or are they concentrated somewhere?
The way that you can imagine it is there seemed to have been a town square at some point, completely overgrown with grass now. You see some cottages that are just pretty much just the base, the foundations with some of the cobblestone still sticking up, but most of the mortar having fallen away, grown over on the north side and the south side, kind of ringing around the central town square. On the southwestern part of the town, there seems to be the ruins of a former villa or something like that, and this manicured, beautiful garden, seemingly still kept up, with some statues standing there. And then past all of that, on the river's edge, kind of like wading through the river itself, is the hut, walking in its long legs.
Okay, so it's like.
And then and it's in the town square. That's where the scarecrows are. Sorry, that was the whole point.
No. That was perfect. So we've kind of got the town as it's sloping in, the town square, which is where all the scarecrows are. Keep going past where the villa used to be, the river, and that's where it seems like old Stiletto is walking around.
So that's why I thought maybe we could walk
And
around.
if from afar, if we were to ballpark, are we talking 4 scarecrows? Are we talking 10 scarecrows?
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Sheet up. 1 second.
We could use the house as cover too. if they're launching stuff at us.
Yeah. How, out of curiosity, I'll let you roll this roll real quick.
23.
You count a total of 6 scarecrows.
All right. I say let's try to move as quietly as we can and as stealthily as we can up to them. Since they're together, I like the idea of Dagmar lighting them all up at once, and I think that's the best tactic we have. We can get close, we can light them up, and and hopefully make short work of them, and then move on to the bigger prey.
Wouldn't that just like let her know?
Oh, she's gonna know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not going to surprise her.
There's no surprising her, because the worry is if we surprise her, then we have 6 scarecrows potentially coming from behind us.
Sure. But how are we gonna get up the tree thing?
She'll likely come to us.
I think she'll come out or we'll burn the tree.
All right. If she doesn't, do we want to like Star Wars AT-AT this shit?
I don't think we'd be strong enough to tie up the legs and take it down. Personally,
Maybe blocking it somehow. I don't know.
I like the idea of just throwing fire at it.
Yeah, it could work.
It's a tree in a hut.
I have a question.
Mhm.
On the way out of the town, going through the courtyard, going past this villa, going to that. Between the villa, is there anything like across the street from the villa?
No, the villa's kind of on the outskirts at the end of the village.
Approaching towards, then coming from the river, past the villa, towards the center of the town, are there any two sturdy enough looking buildings in the walkway?
Again, it's mostly just kind of like these not even true half walls. Like Finn might get some cover standing behind it, but none of you guys would.
Here's my mindset, and you can chime in. Tying some hempen rope, and
Try to get it to trip.
yeah,
Movable rod type.
we
thing.
could cover it in mud, dip it in mud as we're tying it up. So it's already getting dark anyway. It'll be hard to see in the fog.
Could be a
That might
failsafe
work.
if nothing else.
I think it's a great idea for like. I think we cut through these, and in a perfect world, we light the tree and the hut on fire. She'll leave, and it is what it is. If it doesn't, if she makes it start raining or something, who knows? Then I like your idea of falling back. Hopefully, it pursues and chases us. We trip and knock it over. I like that idea too.
One last question, David.
Mhm.
From the town to the river where the beast is walking, would I be able to remotely determine an approximate distance?
Yeah, it's no more than maybe like it actually almost runs up right next to it.
Okay.
Let me double check
We're
on.
talking 100-yard more walk once we get past the town. Okay.
It runs up right next to it, and it's about 100 feet from like the closest cottage is about 100 feet away.
How deep is the river? I mean, we can see it walking through, but maybe its legs go 4 feet down. Is there a way to kind of determine? Is it moving water? Is it swamp?
The river, or like there's some swampy area on the south side. What it's walking through is mostly swamp area, but there's some river in there as well.
Okay.
In comparison to size of the church in Valaki St. Andrews,
Mm-hmm.
how tall is it compared to it?
Oh, good question.
Let me double check to make sure that I have this correctly. It seems to tower slightly taller than it.
Okey-doke.
Okay.
So this is tall.
So just to give you a notice beforehand, David, before we get to the point where we're going to draw them scarecrows and make our first attack, I do plan on, assuming we don't get surprise attacked, summoning Kevin before combat.
Yeah,
And I
totally.
I plan as everything's going down.
Shields.
Shields on now.
Yeah, I'm gonna quit my
Right-
shield.
Right before she.
We've
sends off-
learned, David. Don't you make that.
Right before she sends off the flame spirit, I'm gonna cast Long Strider on myself, so I have an hour of 10 increased speed.
That's a good call. Anybody else have anything? So why don't we do this? Because this is all contingent on us getting within range of her doing that. Because all of these, I want to do this, all kinds of shit may happen, and that becomes for naught. The only thing we can do right now is Hoyt and I can equip our shields. So that's done, and I say let's try to move within. What's your range? Fire person.
the Mal, the 7
Mal,
wild
I don't know
fruit
why.
spirit.
Yeah, what's the range on that? I don't know why my brain.
30
just went.
feet.
Okay, let's try to get 35 feet away from the skeletons, being as stealthy as possible.
But I do have one more question. I apologize.
Yeah.
If you need me to make a perception check, let me know. I'm curious. So it sounds like she's got quite a coven. Are these other druids going to be? Does it look like there's any houses that are kind of lived in, like Dagmar's situation lived in, or are they in the hut?
You actually don't see any signs of other living, like going off of the perception check that Dunan.
Okay, I just don't want to get us caught off guard as we're sneaking through houses and a druid grab us.
Great question.
We might have took them all out.
Here we go.
That's up.
All right.
Alrighty.
So I say we move up 50 yards at a time and kind of glance or whatever.
I
15.
think, for the sake of time, we could, unless David disagrees, can we just try to move, basically, trying to stay as stealthily as possible, weaving through buildings to get just in range of Mal casting her ability, and then they can summon Kevin, cast Longstrider, and we can cast our thing.
Yeah,
We
you
can
guys.
Mars body up
If
on the
if you
hill.
guys do something like Finn, you said you're gonna cast your one spell, right?
Yeah, I'll cast it.
You don't have.
No, I just heard. I'd rather be safe than sorry. So, little spell book. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna set Dagmar's body down. We're not gonna bring her.
I
with
can't.
us.
It's bringing up a thing, so I'm just gonna click in the middle of my screen.
Whoop!
The tree already used me as a maze.
Whoop.
You guys can, I guess. Last minute weapon.
Okay, do I roll this, or does
Yeah.
each person roll?
Use her body as a
So everybody still rolls their stealth checks, but would you like to describe what is happening and what does the magic look like?
So, you're gonna like this. So, Finn is starting to. Every time Kevin come out, Finn is starting to feel a little bit closer relationship, and he's starting to notice that Kevin seems to be sharing things with him and feelings and emotions. And he noticed that Kevin has been paying quite close attention to old Chloe's foot. So Finn is gonna reach in the bag and he's gonna grab the foot just for a second, and he's just gonna go. And this little blue mist is gonna come out, swirl, and then you're gonna notice the mist kind of sits at our feet, and all of your feet are gonna slowly start to feel a little tingle in them, and then you're gonna feel lighter.
I think I got athlete's foot.
And as you start to feel a little lighter, and you notice that when you take a step, it doesn't quite make the same noise that it used to make. And Pass Without a Trace is going to give each one of you a +10 to your stealth check.
Yep.
What did you do to my hoofs?
He put a decomposing foot dust on it. Is what he did.
Decomposing.
You'll
So
be
would you like
fine.
us, David, would you like us to just make the normal roll, or in the situational bonus add that +10?
If you guys want to do the situational bonus +10, you certainly can do that.
I don't know what that means.
Me
Um,
either.
Can I, as Chris was doing that, am I allowed to cast Divine Sense?
Certainly.
So that'd be a 19. No, sorry. Yeah, 19 for me. Damn. Oh, I
It's
see.
gonna be 19 for me, buddies.
How did you do it?
In
When
the
you
middle
put-
box, it says situational bonus.
I don't even know how to do that. So cool.
Oh shit, I still don't see it on my
Just
sheet.
roll over and add.
Anyone who has heavy armor on, you have disadvantage, which makes it a straight check for you guys. So don't forget about that. Or I mean, sorry, that's still a disadvantage. Sorry, that's a disadvantage roll, but you do still add the +10. So Gannon, I know for sure is going to be
Yeah, me.
with disadvantage.
I gotta do it again.
Oh shit,
Okay.
I got
20.
yeah.
Dirty
20.
20 from Hoyt.
Okay.
Very nice.
I had a
Stealthy
28
Dunan?
and a 29.
Sorry.
28 and a 29. So.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me change the. Oh, no. That Dunan is correct. Dagmar. I just want to make sure that it's not that. Whew.
So many
Just
names.
occurred to
What?
me.
Huh?
I don't
So many names.
Yeah, what I hit for disadvantage? Is it control?
Control. Mm-hmm.
I rolled twice, David, because I didn't. I'd already
So you still rolled a 26. We some
I'm
sneaky
glad on
motherfuckers
this.
with advantage.
I don't need to.
We got 27s, 26s, 20.
That's why I said like this thing is awesome. That thing is absolutely freaking amazing.
Plus 10 plus your modifier. Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like most of us, it's like Ganon before he rolled was already at a 12. I was at a 14 before I rolled. Hoyt was at a 9.
No, I was at a 10.
-1. You got -1, homie. You were not at 10. You got 10.
I was
Alrighty.
No, he rolled an
11.
11.
11 minus 1.
It added.
No, I was meaning
So this
before
is
you rolled.
this is what happens. You guys kind of go down there. You guys see that there's some splits in between some of these lower parts of the houses there. The scarecrows seem to be absolutely oblivious of your approach as you're just like moving up there, not making a sound. You can barely even see yourself. Like the fog seems to kind of wrap around you guys, with Finn kind of like swirling it on his finger. And
Doing like the Wile E. Coyote.
what I'm gonna be doing is you can set yourselves up on that north side however you guys want to. I just split you guys up to give you guys benefit. We have a striker and we've got a beefy up next to each
Kevin
other.
out. Kevin out, by the way.
Right.
I just snapped my fingers and Kevin's in it.
Yep, and I got
Not
long
wasting that
strider.
spell slot. Fuck it, I learned my lesson.
Did I detect anything moving like in between those houses and stuff?
Within 60 feet? No. Make me a separate stealth check that still has the +10, but with disadvantage for casting it with the somatic components.
Who you talking to, sir?
That's to
Y'all
Hoyt.
just cast spells.
Oh, so I maybe I misunderstood. So do what again, sorry?
No. So only Hoyt is going to
Oh,
make me.
okay.
Yeah. Let me double make sure that this is going to be aligned right. So this is the field. You guys are in between some of these like cottages down there, right? And you can kind of
14.
look over them anyway. But like, how do you guys want to position yourselves? Is that positioning looking good for you guys, or do you guys want to do something different?
I think that's good to me.
I only see me and Doonan.
Look to the left. Zoom out. Zoom out.
Oh, there we go.
Unclick your token and you can
I
see.
got you, I got you, I got
Basically,
you.
he put a melee and a ranged like together.
But would you guys want to combo that up separately? How would you guys like to do this?
Nah, I'm okay where I'm at. It depends on how y'all feel.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I think I'm good. Unless you wanted
Alrighty.
to put the two tanks together to like bum rush stuff.
Well, yeah, that was my question again. Like from that perspective, like how do you guys want to set it up where you guys have that little bit of a surprise there?
I think this is fine.
All right, cool. In that case, roll me that initiative.
FYI, I'm editing Kevin's hit points because I didn't change them on
All right, there's my 9.
Yeah, you guys are responsible for your companions and summons and that kind of stuff, making sure
Wanted
that
to let you know if you
everything's
saw it, his hit points going up.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess he would have to be there somewhere. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. Oh shit, that means Jeff has to make one too.
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
that's-
Jeff.
Oh,
That's 10, right?
hey, Jeff. Come on,
I
Jeff.
only see Jeff on the combat tracker.
Ooh, Jeff.
Yeah.
got
Wait,
that
what
position.
happened? Oh
Oh,
no.
I had a 17.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Let's re-add that
I
back
don't
in there.
remember
Oh
what I had.
man.
I had a
Scroll
20.
up a little bit.
I knew I was going first.
Mine was
9.
17.
I don't
Mine
know
was-
what I had.
I mean, I'll just trust you guys.
Oh,
Mine
no,
was-
it's a chat. It's a chat.
So chat, yeah.
Yeah, I had a 17.
Oh yeah, there's the chat.
We had
Thank you.
3 17s.
10.
With your +4, +5.
Hoyt, Mal, and Finn all at 17.
I didn't even like. I clicked it, but I hadn't even looked at it.
Got a 9.
Here, I'll roll because I think you need that to be able to edit it. Or you could give me the.
Gannon, what did you have? 17.
I had
Me, yeah.
17.
Okay. 0. Hoyt, what did
I
you
had
have?
17 as well.
Damn, boy. That's insane. Alrighty. Don't mind my 500 die rolls real quick. And we pick it up there.
Finn is
As-
still at a 12.
Is what? Sorry.
It still shows Finn at a 12. I had a 17 as well.
All right.
And
Dunan-
Dunan did not have. Dunan, I had a 10. That was my second roll. 28 was my second roll.
Good integrity there, Drake. I'd have left that
Oh,
shit.
Gotta keep it honest, man. Gotta keep it honest.
Um,
Great second roll though.
Flat-footed. All right, Gannon, you're the first one to go.
Are we on surprise attacks right now?
Yeah. It seems like they are completely flat-footed, not aware that you guys are there thanks to the... Well, one thing of note. You guys would have to be within 30 feet of Finn. So one thing I'll take back is your positioning would have been a little bit more like this to make sure that with Finn right in the front of
be
you.
there. I don't want to be there. I don't
So-
fucking wanna be there.
Reposition yourselves. I'm gonna guess you guys want to have something like this. Something like this.
Perfectly fine with me.
Sure.
Yeah.
As long as they don't have fireball.
That's just so that you guys can have that because what is it called? Why am I blanking on this? Thank you. Only reaches up to 30 feet out. All right, Gannon, it is your turn. None of the scarecrows seems to have noticed you guys thus far.
All right. I'm gonna turn around, back to this new group of friends, and just be like, "Guess I'm going for it." Swinging this bitch.
As the scarecrow kind of just like is lifeless there, and as you approach, kind of seems to kind of like just jerk into motion, not ready for what's about to hit it.
I'm gonna yell as he moves forward. Don't burn all your abilities.
Yeah, I'm gonna do great weapon mastery to start off.
Sure thing.
Get him, son.
All right, a 17 is a hit for 25 points of damage. Would you like to empower that?
No, I'm not. No, I'll say that stuff.
Oh, it's built into your attack. That's dope. I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay,
did that
cool.
for me.
That's awesome.
And then I will go again.
You actually,
yeah,
like-
5, right? Yeah.
That was a dope hit.
Then I'll do it again.
Alrighty, go for it.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Damn!
Welcome to
Beautiful.
the big leagues.
God.
Welcome to a
Natty
two-hander in the big leagues.
19. As you guys watch this, just 2 strikes, just absolutely annihilates this thing.
Oh. Do I get movement?
I mean, you do have another 20 feet of movement left. Yeah, you could actually make it over there.
All right, swing on this dude.
Oh well. Hold up. Let me double check on Great Weapon Master. I think it has to be a creature that is next to it. You're thinking about the bonus action swing, right?
I was doing, because I nailed somebody down with 0, right? So I get to, it could have been, I don't know if it's a feature for mine.
Let me double check that is not.
I've never used that.
No, 'cause I never-
Oh, it's awesome. It's like a cleave.
Yeah.
All right, so blah, 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 blah. On your turn, when you score a critical hit with a melee weapon or reduce a creature to 0 hit points when you die, you can make 1 melee weapon attack as a bonus action. Great Weapon Master,
there you
and
go.
yeah, it's one of the most powerful feats.
Swing away, Meryl.
Another natural
Are
19,
you
destructing. As much fun as you guys have made of this Minotaur half-orc man, he's just like as the straw just flies around.
He just did like 75 damage on his first turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold my beer. Anybody else that's gonna try to do damage this combat encounter?
No smites either.
Yeah.
He didn't even use it as smite.
I forgot again to count the resistances. I'm not gonna go backsies on the first one, but the second one, you notice for some reason like your weapon doesn't cut quite as deep as you would expect it to.
Still.
Amazing, absolutely amazing.
-5 and still rolling 22s and shit.
Alrighty, this scarecrow is not gonna do anything. Jeff, what is the command that you had issued your skeleton before you get attacked?
I was just gonna be like, attack the nearest enemy.
All right, it turns around, swings towards Kevin. Is going to step around there and dash towards this guy.
Jeff don't want that smoke.
Actually, runs over
No, he
here.
was.
He's gonna be a bow.
Yeah, his short bow.
Oh, gotcha. I guess then we'll just fire and is going to make that shot at that guy right there, and that is going
Jet's
to be
still
a
working. Oh,
even with that little bit of cover firing through Dune in space, that is a hit. As the scarecrow kind of kicks into action there. That's the end for Jeff. Finn, it's your turn.
Good job, Jeep.
The Jeep. Good Jeep, Jeep.
Okay. Sharpshooter.
On.
Try this guy.
All right, double right click.
Double
Sounds
right click,
good.
That's what it was. You're right. Okay. I'm double left clicking. Wow, that was. Boom. 10.
And you said that was sharpshooter, right?
Correct.
Goes wide. I'll set it up for you too, so you don't have to roll each and every time that is a miss.
That'd be nice. All right. Extra attack. Sharpshooter.
There's a natty 20. All
20
righty.
damage.
30.
Actually, a little bit more. 26 points of damage. Because again, it didn't calculate in that net or that maximized base that I have. So 16, 26 points of damage from a magical weapon. Kind of to upshow Ganon, you just do a headshot as the thing just falls apart. All of these crow carcasses just scattering on the floor before you, Ganon.
Bonus action. Sharpshooter. Crossbow expert. Whatever you want to call it. 16.
No, it's sharpshooter. That is another hit.
Well, I was saying, yeah, right, yeah,
I got you.
16, and then I'll use infused strikes.
Alrighty. Very nice hit. There's just a little bit of lightning that mixes in with this kind of like sheen metallic energy that is off of the magically summoned bolt that Hoyt fires through you. Alright, cool. Do you move or do you stay where you're at?
I am going to move. I can't move.
You want to move that? I know. If you guys want to move across walls, just let me know. So,
Yeah,
like, you guys
right,
don't have to
I'm
let me
gonna
know.
move a little bit,
So that's
like-
10 feet of movement to get right there as you kind of hop over that wall.
Yeah, and then I'll move one more to the left.
Alrighty.
Oh, I should be able to do that myself. My bad. There you go.
Alright, cool. On the turn, yep.
Kevin, I'm just gonna move
Oh,
Kevin
sorry.
to right there.
Sounds good. Hoyt.
We know what's coming. Punchy punch.
Ooh, you guys are rolling rocks tonight. Shit. That certainly is a hit. Some dead crows scatter all across the ground there.
And I'm gonna hit him again.
Ooh, baby. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is another hit. Very nice. I believe that's it for you. Mal.
And I'm just gonna pull my shield up and look at him.
Oh, well, that means that you couldn't have made your offhand attack. Oh, no, that was
No,
boom,
not
boom.
really.
Dag, you guys are level 5 now. Shit, things
Got
are
punching twice.
awesome.
With the strong arm. Put up some billboards. Call Hoyt the strong arm.
All right, Mal, it's all you.
So it's cleared beforehand that Mal can burn things.
Yeah.
Burn.
Burn it all.
Burn it all. No, don't burn me.
If I can get right about there. Okay, so take 2 steps, or 5, 10, and then summoning. Let me click on it. The 7 wildfire spirit 30 feet away, preferably about there. Both.
30 feet is like right there, unless you want to
Sorry.
step a little bit closer.
Yep, I will. I think that's still within a 10-foot range, though, between this guy. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Ooh.
So, they will need to make dexterity saving throws, or take 2d6 fire damage.
Ooh,
As
baby.
my little wildfire spirit pops up.
Awesome. That is a fail and a fail. Woo! Bad. Bad. Alrighty.
Just a little bit of damage.
Yeah,
Oh
last
no,
time
but they're
Twice.
but they're
Sorry.
their bonus
Oh, you
was
good.
From
Mhm.
last time.
and they kind of just shake around. Alrighty, cool. So summoning your wildfire spirit is actually a bonus action, so you still have an action that you can cast something with if you want to.
Hit 'em.
That's cool. It's a bonus action to summon that.
Right?
It's amazing, yeah.
Can I use Produce Flame?
Sure.
It's 30. Sorry, it's reading the spell. 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. No. Also attack with the flame, although doing so ends the spell when you cast this spell or as an action on a later turn. You can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 fire damage.
That should be higher at 5th level, potentially. Cantrip scaling. Potentially.
Gotcha. I don't have access to Mal's D&D Beyond stuff, so I'm not sure. I already had to change up one thing with it, but I think we're good. So I'll just make that roll.
Yep, it automatically did it, so it's all good.
And then we're 30 feet away from it.
Alrighty. As you fling it at him, Mal just kind of like has the fire dance around, and there's just a glimmer of just excitement and then hate as you fling it towards them. Because it's also when you cast it, right?
When I cast Produce Flame?
Mm-hmm. When you cast a spell or as an action, yeah. Okay, cool. As you strike against it, it takes double damage. It's still kicking, but just barely. Here's the flame. It's kind of like this humanoid on fire. That's the shape, the outline that it almost has there. Awesome. I believe that's the end of your turn, unless you want to move some more. Okay, cool. That brings us to Dune.
I had a question, but I didn't want to interrupt anyone's turn. Are
Mhm.
the crows still flying around? Like the crows,
Mhm.
are they still following us and flying
Up
overhead?
above you guys, yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to, I assumed they were, but
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to wait and ask. So I'll move there. And then I'll go ahead and swing.
Alrighty. A 14 is a hit.
Then I will slice at it one more time.
Of note, even though it's silver, it does not seem to be doing as much damage as you would like. That second swing is also a hit. Again, reduced damage.
I figured, but
I just wanted to make sure that you knew. All right.
I'm glad you said that. I thought I remembered that from our last fight, but I don't have a magic weapon, so it's all
Yeah. Alrighty, Knack, all you. So 15 feet to move through a medium or small sized creature's space, don't forget.
If you would, please move in there. It says there's a wall.
Sure thing.
Thank you. And then I am going to cast Firebolt at our nearest scarecrow there.
And do you have Spell Sniper?
No.
Okay.
About to say, what does Spell Sniper do? Just while he's...
It ignores half, and I think even three quarters cover. Alrighty, as you shoot up with the half cover from Dunan, you try to like bend it like Knack him, and as it goes around Dunan, that is barely a hit.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh.
Baby, as you incinerate and blow this thing away, it's just burning.
Them cantrips, they got upgraded.
They sure did.
As
Shoot
my
him,
bonus
Jacob,
action,
shoot him.
as a bonus action, I'm going to tell Jeff to move as far as he can in this direction, and then continue to engage any enemy he can see. I want to move in this general direction. Like, I want. My goal is to have him just move up at max distance and attack the nearest enemy.
Okay, so be a little bit more south than you to be a juicy, skeletal target, but okay, gotcha. Roger that. All right, this guy ain't got nothing. And then this guy got surprised. All right, Ganon, it is your turn.
He's cleaving. Cleaving.
You swing
Great
down.
weapon masteries I've ever seen. Ever.
Well, it's a combo of two things. It's great weapon master layered with two-handed fighting, the fighting style. Because if you actually click on that damage thing, you notice that those natural twos you rolled on the damage dice got re-rolled because they were lower. Ones and twos get to be re-rolled. So what would have been 4 turned into 8 damage.
Oh my god.
He also has 5 strength.
Yeah.
5 modifier.
As you cut this thing down as well, all the cloth, all the weird intestinal things, all the decayed crows in it just slump down. You have another 5 feet. What do you want to do? Unless you want to dash. Which you certainly could.
Does he take the damage from that?
Yeah.
I would have had to use my dash as a main action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've got 2 main actions.
Well, he's got. Oh no! So you can't dash because you already
Yeah.
took the action for attacking. Yeah.
So then I guess I will move forward.
You have another 5 feet, and yep.
All right, and then I'll turn around and I'll wink at Finn, and then turn back around.
Oh, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like that.
Still only counts as 1.
Away in damage.
I'd like to comment, I really helped with that first one. That one was basically killed.
She wants that assist.
You saw the wink too. You saw the wink too. But what was great about it is you see me turn and you see my tail just kind of flop. Flop back.
All right. As this thing is going to focus its eyes on you, Ganon. There's these little burning points of red light focusing on you. Go to make me a wisdom saving throw.
I think that's a dump stat.
No, he's got wisdom and charisma, I think, proficient. So not the best, but not terrible. And you resist the terrifying gaze. It is going to make 2 claw attacks against the little fire thing. First one is a hit.
Oh no, little flame thing.
And second strike.
Oh shit! I forgot to mention. Sorry, I'm
What's up?
learning this all. Spirit is friendly. You determine. No, where is it?
HP is 5.
Occupied
Oh.
space. Da-da-da.
I think it was
Sorry, I
actually.
know I read it. Where is it? It's only like I can tell it to take an action immediately after it appears, but I didn't state it, so I think it's only taking the dodge. There we go. The only action it takes on its turn is the dodge action.
I see
Under
what you're saying.
combat- Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know.
All
what
right,
that
the
means,
first
but
one
anyway.
is still a hit. And then second strike with disadvantage with the dodge action is still a hit for another 9 points of slashing damage. So it's like breaking into the fire itself. Now, as the scarecrow strikes down, you guys have a chill run down your back, through your bones, and into your very feet. As the fog here is just kind of obscuring the view out past 120 feet, you guys just hear of some kind of a female cackle. You guys see a dark shape, large, just kind of like a black shadow moving, flying, maybe some 60, 80 feet up into the actual fog there as it pierces through. You see what looks like the skull of a giant turned upside down. Inside of it, you barely see the very top of this old, gnarled woman. And let me show you
From
what
what
she
direction
is.
is this coming
She's
from?
flying around in a
From the
giant
south.
ball?
Is this
She's
a Memoron
flying-
from Warcraft?
Hold on, I just want to be clear. She's flying around in a giant skull. Okay.
Correct.
Alright,
That
I
is.
wanna want to make sure that wasn't like an analogy or a description, but a literal description. Okay.
Yep. That is a little. That's blocked. That is,
This is
and this is what she looks like. As this
Oh, she's
is
a card.
Baba Liaga. Alrighty. As she barely kind of comes flying into view there, she seems to cast something. As all of the buzzing, all of the craziness of the flies, these thick clouds of them, all by that riverside that you guys are at, seem to congeal together into actual swarms of creatures. Alrighty.
She's a very prominent chin.
That she does.
I just hear Dan Aykroyd. Get off the rings!
Oh,
From
okay.
Coneheads.
Oh,
As all of these swarms come flying up, and then the school kind of dips back out of sight into the fog out of you guys' sight there.
All of our game planning, guys, we did not game plan for her fucking having a fucking spaceship.
All I can imagine, unfortunately, is like
We're
Bowser.
sitting here strategizing. How do we find a head?
Bowser.
Never. I've been
You
thinking
know
about
what I
this
mean?
for a week, David.
What do you mean, like a flying, like a flying broom never occurred to you?
No. I've been
I didn't know we were playing Quidditch.
about how to fight this thing, and never in my wildest dreams did I think.
Oh my god. I gotta share some fan art with you guys in the future about this, because yeah, other people that have fought her before like drew that, and it's exact same reaction. Guys, yeah,
they're
they're.
a Hufflepuff woman if I've ever seen
Never
one
thought
ever.
about.
Oh my god, let me make sure the stream has the full view of this. Whew.
Scare you.
Space shuttle Voyager just dropping in.
I had multiple plans in my head of how we could tackle this. None of them. They're all fucked. 'Cause she's
Oh my
lying.
god.
Is all these analogies and no one's even mentioned the giant
Oh
skull
my
from
God.
Rick and Morty? That's what I pictured. The giant skull just
True.
coming
We
up.
have a literal witch on a literal flying broom.
Anyway, so this swarm of all of these like massive horseflies tries to move towards you again, and they're just having a hard time getting through that armor. Jeff is going to move forward, clink clank clink clank, towards about right here, and is going to make an attack against the one that is not currently covered. All right, here's that short bow attack for a hit. Reduced to 4 points of piercing damage. Not bad, Jeff. Not bad. Finn, it's your turn.
Yeah. Well, I had an idea what I was gonna do.
Well, she's not in the picture right now, so it don't
Yeah, I
matter.
know. Yeah. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm
Look at the
actually
message
gonna.
I sent you.
Might as well just say it out loud.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt his turn.
You got it.
So I'm not gonna have cover issues, am I?
No.
Looks like it's
That
right.
sharpshooter life.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, sharpshooter. Flip.
I had said fireball.
And that is a hit on the swarm, yeah?
Okay. Why did it close my character sheet? Oops. Sharpshooter.
All right, that's another hit.
You shooting at the one in front of.
You hit. It's insane. Like there's multiple flies that get hit at the same time. You're just waiting as you see all this mass kind of like congeal, get back out, go together, get back out. In that pulse, you're just like all of them just gone at the same time. Phenomenal shot.
And I'm just gonna imagine that Ganon is staring at me, and I'm gonna go. And then
So far.
I'm not.
yeah. Sharpshooter. On this one.
That's another hit.
Jesus.
It's almost like the boys learned what their shit can do.
Yeah.
19. Is that 3 19?
It's like characters in D&D are like this until they hit 5, and then they go like this. But the monsters also take that scale.
i.e. the flying skull.
Yeah, i.e. flying around.
If I see the tank in the midsection come around, I'm out.
With that, I will use infused strikes. I was letting them finish. Sorry, I'll use infused strikes. I lost Kevin. Kevin's gone. Oh, there he's right by Jeremy.
Yeah, we back here hanging.
Is he what? How long? Or how far away can he be from you? 30 feet. He's too far away from you.
Is he too far away from me?
Mm-hmm. It's 35 feet.
I don't want to meta it, so oh damn, I thought he was at 30.
35.
Okay, I won't meta it, so I'll end my turn. It'd be unfair for me to move Kevin 5 feet and then go. Yeah.
Well, he
Alrighty.
Do it anyway, but yeah.
Hoyt, it's all you.
Looking around for the red button to activate hard mode. Don't see it. I'm gonna move up.
That's a World of Warcraft reference.
And I'm going to, do the old punchy.
Alrighty, that's a hit. Double hits. Boom. Boom.
Bonus action. So that should be a +5.
Alrighty.
And I end.
As that pops into existence. Alrighty, Mal, it's your turn. Whoops, sorry about that.
Alrighty.
Digging the music, David, by the way.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the guy that I linked at the very beginning. He's phenomenal. He has actually music in Bandcamp specifically for Curse of Strahd. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I actually normally I turn it down so I can concentrate. I actually turned it up because I
It's so good, right? And that was Travis Savoy. Savoy?
Savoy.
Savoy.
the first way sounded cooler.
Yeah, boy.
Savoy. Savoy. Savoie. Fantastic musician.
If I disconnect, it's storming really bad at my house right now.
Yep.
I'll rejoin from my phone if it drops me. And then you'll just have to roll for me in Discord.
Sounds good. You'll just see natural one after natural one. It's crazy how that be.
Hey, I think
I'm gonna eat those words. You know that too. Oh man.
Damn, okay, roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's rolling those rocks.
Okay,
Yeah, we're
keep
blowing it all on
going.
the cannon fodder.
So,
Yeah. Yep.
Dead. Incinerated.
Cool,
Gone.
he's dead.
and then can I move my creature? Sorry, I'm still trying to learn the spirit thing.
As a
I don't
bonus
even
action,
think-
you can issue a command. It's just
Okay.
like it's essentially a fiery version of Kevin, but it can fly.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like I'm missing some of the text here on the chat because I'm also not seeing where Mal talked about the teleportation thing. That's not anywhere in here for this little wildfire spirit.
Gotcha. I'll just link it to you
Um,
here so you don't have as hard of a time.
Appreciate
Um,
it. Cool. I will study up on that. But other than that, I would like to end my turn.
I mean, do you want to issue the command as a bonus action? I think. Let me double check. Blah 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 blah.
He was moving it.
I think she can.
He was
Yeah,
She
moving it.
no, I'm 100% sure
I
she
took
can
a
move it.
move and an action.
Yeah, but you're it's like a pet.
You can still take a bonus action. As a bonus action on your turn, you can command it to take another action. That action can be one of its stat, anything on its stat block or some other action. So as a bonus action, you could say to use the flame seed attack.
Yeah.
It has to be something within 60 feet, as it kind of like goes pew pew, with a little spit of fire.
I think it's in 60 feet of.
Oh,
Yeah, easily. I would like to have it cast flame seed or whatever. Is it cast or just attack?
Yeah. So go ahead and just roll a d20. Put that in manually that way,
You know?
and that'll be +8 to hit, or d20 +8, and then at 1d6 plus your proficiency bonus of fire. If you hit. Oh,
Make a hit.
that is actually a miss. It shoots that little and goes wide.
Hey, that's a low roll. I'm okay. Not-
Alrighty. Other than that, all done?
Yep, all good.
Alright, awesome. The music is starting to sound hella like
Halloweeny almost.
Like a creepy,
Yeah, like-
Edward
Harry
Scissorhands
Potter.
is what I was
Yeah.
thinking.
Oh yeah, 100%. Alright,
Nightmare on
flies
Elm
around,
Yeah.
tries to get advantage on you there, and that is going to be actually a hit on you, Hoyt. As you take 14 points of piercing damage. They just get into all of the little creases of the armor. Like being able, like some of them, like you see like a handful of them kind of like die on the field as the magical field. And by the way, I don't think I mentioned this. Who did I give that earlier to? Oh yeah! Don't forget your DM inspiration points. Jeremy, I gave you a DM inspiration point for that abnormal, inhuman voice that you cast at me there. Alrighty. It's going to end its turn there. This swarm is going to fly forward towards Ganon, make its little bitey bite. And that is a miss, gets stopped by the armor. Next swarm is going to also fly towards Hoyt. Ends its turn there and tries a bitey bite. That is a hard miss. Dude, and it's your turn. Knack, you're in the wings.
The only thing I'm going to say to everyone is I'm going to go, make sure to stay somewhat spread out if you can. I'm going to go here so that we're conga lined, so that they don't have advantage on Hoyt anymore. Would you allow me to sheathe my short sword and pull out my rapier?
As an action.
Okay,
Yes.
that's what I figured. Then I'll just go ahead and because I think I'm gonna need it for her if I ever do attack her. So. I'll just-
Alrighty. You strike down. That is a hit. You might want to wait until I tell you how much damage it was, or like whether it dies or not. But other than that, both of those hits hit. The swarm is still alive.
Okay, end my turn.
Alrighty, Knack, it's your turn.
move there, 25 feet of movement. I am going to cast Firebolt on that guy right. Meow. The one on the left. Oh, nice.
You hit Dunan instead. All of her beautiful platinum blonde hair just burns to a crisp, but she
Well,
doesn't
no,
take any
it's-
damage.
She dyed it black or brown.
No, she dyed it platinum blonde. That was purposely.
There you go. And then I'm going to order Jeff to stay there and to attack the nearest enemy. That'll be it.
Alrighty. These guys are gonna fly forth. Oh wait.
Jeff hit?
Jeff has
Oh yeah, I
Jeff
forget.
has his own turn.
Yeah,
he
Jeff
goes
does have his own turn.
after-
Oh, does he? Oh.
I don't think so.
Nuh-uh, he has his own initiative.
Oh, he
Jeff-
does. Oh, he's on the board. Look at him with his 18.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that.
Don't
Okay.
count Jeff.
Barely
Eh,
died.
Flies there, goes towards the fly spirit. Oh shit, the fire spirit takes a shit ton of damage.
That's okay.
The fire spirit dies.
Please tell me that thing explodes on death.
Oh no, I wish. That'd be
Oh,
cool.
that would be dope.
Yeah. But that's damage that you guys didn't take. All right, is going to focus down on you there. The insane red eyes focusing on you, Hoyt. Go ahead and make me that wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit.
Hoyt the Wise.
You got this.
Oh no. As the terrifying glare just focuses in on you, you are frightened and paralyzed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These boys were bad. You guys. And is going to strike down on you now.
Guaranteed.
With advantage because you are paralyzed.
I thought it paralyzed means an automatic crit.
If it hits, it has advantage, but it has to still hit.
Oh, okay.
So that is a hit.
Oh, I was about to say it could miss. Oh no.
Taking 14 points of damage. Second strike.
Multi-attack. Here we go.
Second strike is a miss. It kind of like pierces through your like that little chink in your armor there by your clavicle. Pulls back out. You're like, oh. And the second one just scrapes across all of your armor. Is not able to pierce through. Very nice. All right, Ganon.
Alright, swinging this dude in front of me.
That is a hit as you are able to somehow destroy whatever arcane force is kind of animating these flies, and they all just drop down.
Some of those salt shotguns, you know what I'm saying? That they sell. That's what we need.
Can I get there? The fucking fly thing doesn't get an attack of opportunity on me, does it?
Yeah, there's nothing currently threatening you.
So I can get there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna do my.
I'm gonna
attack.
kill.
It's alright. I'm gonna do my second attack on the injured scarecrow. Wait, because I just downed somebody.
Misfire?
0.
What do you mean a misfire? Chad, roll to 1. What do you mean with a misfire? But you keep doing your thing, Ganon. I don't see how that was a misfire.
So you get 2 more attacks.
Yep.
Yeah, I get 2 more, right?
Yep.
Because you killed something. That's so cool.
You strike, and that is still a hit. Reduced. Still alive.
Still alive. Okay.
Last swing, get him.
The fire thing.
Oh.
Oh shoot! Sorry that you guys got Ooh, natural 20. Yeah, you just absolutely annihilate that thing.
I do get extra damage, but it's not worth it. But I do get another attack
Yeah.
for rolling a crit. So I'm assuming this one's gonna be
No,
dead.
I don't know if that. Well, it's as a bonus action either way. So you already made that attack as a bonus action, so you don't get like another extra attack on top of that. It's if you get a crit, or that like you can use a bonus action too. Like it's kind of this
You'll
cleaving
get, like,
action.
never-ending swings.
Yeah.
What if I just
That
quit?
shit would be
I mean, it would be very situational, but it would still be pretty
As you splatter this thing across that little tower foundation next to you. Beautiful.
Does anything happen to Hoyt, or is he still?
He still seems to be paralyzed.
All right, I'm gonna wink at him too.
All right, sounds good. That is the end of your turn. Jeff is going to aim at the one that doesn't have any cover from, or that doesn't have any cover from him. Is going to make that shot. Natural 3. That's why. Finn, it's your turn. Jeff the intern. Jeff the intern.
Would you move me there, please?
Sure thing. Hang on 1 second. Alrighty, so for 15 feet of movement, you end up right there. Hopping back over the wall.
Yep. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Chuck's here.
On which one?
The one I targeted. This one.
Double right click.
I did.
There you go. Now it has the thingamajig on it, and that is a hit.
18. I'll go ahead and infuse strikes first.
All right.
Good thought, Chris.
And the swarm is gone.
Okay.
Very good thought.
And then this one. Sharpshooter. Click.
So I'm guessing you mean this one right here, right? It still
I
didn't
had
do
it
it for some
targeted,
reason.
is it?
Double right click. Do it slowly.
It is. You can see my screen. He's got the arrows around him on my screen.
Weird. It doesn't on mine. Anyway, double right click again for me. Slow. Sorry, that's an Imager joke there as well. As that one dies as well.
Nice.
Okay. And last but not least, this one down here. I marked him and targeted him, so
Yeah, it's so weird. It didn't do it for me yet. Not advantage on that one because nobody's within 5 feet of it.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Um,
I'm so used to it, it just becomes habit. That's my bad.
well, we still go with the natural 7 on that first hit. So -5 is a 12, and that is still a hit.
18. And then I am going to. How far is that for Kevin? I'm going to move Kevin right there.
Alrighty.
Trying
At
to
the end of your
out with
turn, the little skull, the giant skull, upturned as it is, she seems to be kind of like steering it with one hand as she is already casting forth some kind of magic in her right hand. And you see this little red light, very familiar to you,
Fireball all 5 of us right now. I just measured it. Oh no.
coming together.
No. Don't do it, David.
Why you say it like that?
I just measured it in my mind, and Jeff, Mal, Kevin, Dunan, Hoyt, Gannon, we're all in a circle.
Yep.
I told you I measured it.
Yeah, Mel, Jeff, Kevin, Doonan, Hoyt, and Gannon. All of you guys need to make me dexterity saving throws. As she like dips back, she like dips back into the fog that is swirling. Like you only have visibility to about 120 feet out. She barely dipped into that to see you guys through that fireball as it detonates.
Good thing I told us to spread out, and then I got clustered. That was really
Kevin
Is mine at
incinerates.
disadvantage?
Oh, Kevin, no.
Shit. It actually might be. Let me look it up.
Does he even get to?
I think he automatically fails potentially. Incapacitated, can move. Automatically fails dex saving throws. Oh no. Mile, however, has resistance.
I'm not too terribly worried about me. I am. But not as badly.
It's not a guaranteed crit on him if it hits him, is it? Because of the spell attack?
Yeah, that there. But that's only on attacks.
I was just
Doonan saves. Jeff, do you want me to roll for Jeff, or do you want to roll for Jeff, Jeremy? I feel like he's your intern. I don't know if I have the right.
Yeah. What is he have? Hold on.
I literally had in my mind, we need to separate because this is gonna happen.
Yep. It's so perfect.
Come on, Jeff.
Jeff makes it. Oh, but he still gets incinerated. Gannon. He's like, I can do this. Gannon.
Unconscious? That's a thing?
Did you make me a dex saving throw yet? Ooh, Gannon also saves. All right. People that saved took 15 points of fire damage. Everyone else takes 30 points of fire damage. Hoyt is on the edge of death as the fire just explodes outward there. Hoyt, you're still paralyzed. Mal, it is your turn. Simplicity's take, at the end of your turn, you're no longer actually paralyzed.
So he's no longer now?
Yeah. But it's after his turn.
Gotcha.
Save all the good stuff. So one last produce flame on the bee. Not bee. It looks like a bee. Sorry. The horse flies or whatever.
I hate you, bee. I hate you, bee.
I'm a bee. I'm a bee. I'm a bee. Oh yeah, and as you guys watch, Kevin just gets incinerated. Jeff just kind of looks towards you, salutes one more second, neck, and it's just scattered. The bones turned into ash. The armor destroyed. Like, it is bad. That 22 is a fucking hit, though.
Say armor destroyed?
We'll get to that later. I want to double check a rule there. But you are able to destroy the flies. As you look around, all of the enemies on the field here are destroyed. You hear a just off, kind of like coming from the northeast and clearly moving quickly.
Away from us? Or...
Surrounded, like, around you guys.
Okay, gotcha.
Fucking.
So we have a moment. Are we still in initiative order at the moment?
You guys are still in initiative order. Mal, action, what do you do as your bonus and or move?
I know you're just saying to spread out, but I gotta get to Hoyt. So I
Does
can
Mel have? Oh,
heal.
I don't think. Does he have healing word? Healing word would reach.
Healing word. But I want to make sure produce flame is one action and healing word
Well,
is.
but produce flame is a cantrip. You good?
Okay. Wait. I know I prepared it, so why am I not seeing it?
No, it's there. Second to last on your first
Oh,
spell slots.
fuck. Oh, I couldn't have done it anyways. Never mind.
I was like, what the?
Because you were incapacitated.
If I wasn't incapacitated, I was about to do absorb elements.
Ah, shit. We were just talking about that too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you're pretty
think I
fucked up, so
blind.
you'll have another opportunity, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out it really helps if you don't have the action tab filter on it.
Yeah, I rolled one. It just costs your soul.
It's a great heal.
So there's
That's a-
for Hoyt.
Very nice. Hoyt, you kind of heal back together a little bit more.
Oh, thank you.
Do you move, Mel, or do you stay where you're at?
I'd like to hide.
Just like move like 5 feet to your left, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Shoot.
About right there is good. Yeah. Oh my god. I swear I can use Foundry.
I can math.
And is Cower a free action or?
Yeah, in this case, 100%. Doonan, it's your turn.
Over here.
Let's see you move close to me. I'm like,
Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and use second wind.
All right, go for it.
Okay. D10 plus 2?
No, it's plus your level. But I don't.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but
Try clicking on other formula there.
yeah, every time I do that,
Oh, yeah, so it should be plus another 3, so 8.
so oh, thank you. I was about to do it. And then I'm going to take the dodge action
All right, you're just like
because I have nothing else.
desperately trying to stay alive there.
She
Alrighty.
happens to fly down and try to melee me as she's flying around.
distraught over the death of Jeff. The death.
The death of Jeff.
Death. I'm like, oh, Jeff, you were good to me. I am going to say, Doonan, you are a little bit too close for comfort. And then I am going to ready Mind Sliver for the nearest enemy.
Alrighty, as you kind of put it together and hold the energy there.
That's it.
On initiative counts 20, beating Ganon, you suddenly see some kind of weird blue force shimmer together as all of these weird translucent strands seem to gather together into an individual, and you suddenly see a huge field 60 feet out, kind of extending outward like a semi-dome surrounding all of you guys. And at the center of it all, you see this kind of relatively handsome young man, clearly of Barovian make, just put out his hands, completely translucent, as you guys all realize this is a ghost. 100%.
When you said the blue field surrounds all of us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is who?
It's a ghost.
You don't know.
Is it Patrick Swayze?
Yes.
Hold me.
Let me
Cast
get my potter's wheel. Hold on.
as you guys watch another little red light almost at the same time hit, like having targeted, it would have probably hit somewhere between, like, Hoyt, Ganon, and Doonan may have all been caught in it. Explode outward and around the field. as this magical field keeps you guys safe. And the man goes, these. Oh my god, am I back? Can you guys hear me again? Test, test, test.
Managed.
Oh my god. What a time for the internet to die! Oh my god. Is it again?
Oh, we
We're
all
trying
got
to
spit
reset.
on your face, by the way, because it was glorious.
I love you guys.
No, my hand crossbow is 120. My two-hand crossbow is longer.
Bingo!
Yeah, I got 120 as well. But
Oh my god. For you guys watching at home, sorry that was like such a cliffhanger there for everybody. We're loading back in. The internet Comcast, you dammer. Alrighty, so as we try to rearrange this, I was just saying you guys are out of initiative for the immediate future as you guys look upon this handsome young Barovian man. His face seems strained. Nice. He seems strained even in actually, yeah, that's a good payback for all of the snippets that I did for Jeremy there. As he's holding back, this shimmering ghostly force is kind of all about you guys. What do you do?
I am casting Cure Wounds at myself at 2nd level.
Alrighty. If you guys have like, let's say you don't know, so that's what you do for your action this turn. Cure Wounds. Do you move closer? He had back and forth. I don't know if you guys heard that. I was like, come closer.
I move closer.
Alrighty.
Sure, why not?
yeah,
Seems like a good idea.
I'm gonna move closer and then use 10 points lay on hands and give to Hoyt.
Appreciate
Alrighty.
you, brother.
I'm gonna do it with my tail. When I
Hoyt, you didn't add your 12 to you.
I did. I just did.
Okay.
I got some other tools in the bag. So you
Okay,
gave me another 12? Oh, no.
I gave you 10.
Okay, so now I'm at 30.
Here you go, David. There you go.
I think his internet might be shitting again. Okay.
Go what?
nice, good.
Oh, didn't I?
Here's what? 9 to
Hoyt.
Oh,
First level.
shit. All the love. All the love.
as you
Back
run
at
over there.
41, I feel like a brand new man.
Mal, Dune, and Knack, what do you guys do?
I'm sitting here like, fuck all of you. I never got any of this healing. for the last 3
There are
months.
plenty of healers. What are you talking about?
Hey, who are you?
Best healer in the game right here.
Yeah. All right.
Recognize the spell.
Mal, what do you do?
I'd like to try to do insight on the ghost friend, because I don't know what's going on or why we.
Try to make me an insight check.
All right.
Alrighty. You look at that, and there seems to be genuine, just kind of fear displayed in this ghostly, translucent visage, kind of looking around, holding back this ghostly force for a second, and you see it. It seems to be almost slightly more translucent with every passing second.
Okay.
Dunan, what do you do with your turn? Just middle fingers, I'm guessing, right?
Question.
Answer.
I don't have anything to do with my turn. I guess looking to see if I can see Myrmidon flying around.
Make me a perception check.
I don't know what else I could
All right, you hear the cackling.
Oh yeah, I have something to do. Oh no.
Oh no.
Too late now. As you hear just the voice kind of ring forth, just kind of like, almost like a whisper shout. Laszlo, you're going to pay for this, you useless! As the field kind of quickly collapses down and all of you guys are like, shit, getting ready to like have that be the moment that you guys have to fight in, as suddenly it collapses down and you guys find yourselves transported.
Oh, that's great news.
Shit.
Finn, you see that little garden that you had spotted south of the mansion again. You see the field, the translucence of the ghost come and go. As he just goes, we will not be safe here for long. My name was once monster of this place. Are you with Strahd or against him?
Against him.
So much against.
Undecided.
He's against two or he dies.
Then are you here to torture Marina or save her?
I don't even know who that is.
Name doesn't ring a bell there, sport. But the lady flying around is who we're here for.
Yeah, we're here to kill her.
She is in league with the Lord Strahd. Strahd came here. As he just disappears.
Good talk, man. Thank you.
Off in the distance, some hundreds of feet away, you can barely hear it.
Okay, how tall are these? Just from a perception standpoint, how tall are these little bush walls?
These ones are small, like maybe 2 or 3 feet, just barely. But these ones are more like 10 feet tall.
Do I see anything around that could be used as cover?
Those hedges, at most, you can maybe try to hide behind some of those, but the big ones are what the other ones.
Flying in the air.
I meant like an overhang is what I was kind of.
Yeah.
There is certainly still the kind of like fallen parts. Some of the stuff of the mansion you could probably try to hide behind. There's some hidden sections and corners, some hedges and stuff like that. What do you guys do?
I'm kind of walking around.
And mind you, you don't have necessarily a lot of time here. So as you guys start moving around, you're not sure how long it's going to take her to fly around and try to find where you guys are at. What do you guys do?
What's in this direction?
East is back towards the cottages as far as you can see. Now your vision again, like as you guys were up above, you guys actually had a pretty good view of the ruins of the village. As you now look at this one, now actually sitting inside of the fog itself, you can only see about 120 feet out.
I was just wondering because I saw it looked like stairs, and I just was wondering where those stairs went.
Up a little bit outward. And that's it. There seems to be some kind of a gate right here, but other than that, that's about it.
Clock machine's going real hard.
Yeah, I know.
For me
let
all
me
of a sudden.
tone it back just a little bit. Let's set the mood, but not make it crazy.
It's like, well, I can't see anything on the map now.
Perfect. That's exactly the
Guess
effect
I'll
I was
die.
going for.
All of a sudden, Michael Jackson's ass appears and just like.
Which way is the mansion then that you said that we could try to hide?
Towards the
in
north.
bits? Towards the
Towards
north.
where?
Okay.
I want to start moving towards the mansion. Is what I wanted.
Yeah, same here.
All right. Let me check something real quick. Do you remember how long your Pass Without a Trace? It is concentration, and you're still concentrating on it because you didn't take any damage.
Yeah.
So all of you guys, go ahead and make me your stealth checks, whether that is with advantage, disadvantage, straight, whatever it may be naturally, and then add that 10 to it.
19.
25.
Meanwhile, I'm going to roll Baba Yaga's perception.
25.
23 with disadvantage.
Mine
That's
was.
the best disadvantage. You've had the best disadvantage rolls on that.
Ooh,
I've got really good dags. So
Dax.
Dax.
Man, that southern accent is
Slither
great.
little
That
knife,
Dax.
knife.
I got that Dax. Alrighty, as you guys,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as you guys scamper forward, going through again that weird blue mist as Finn is just like trying to blow it upon you guys from Chloe's foot. You rush into the ruins, kind of trying to cover down as up above, cutting the river line there, cutting across. She does not seem to notice you guys.
Is this building got like a roof on it, or is it literally a ruin? But like just with overhang.
It is literally a ruin, but there's just
Okay,
enough
okay.
overgrowth and that kind of stuff
Okay.
that you don't actually have to worry about it. As that seems to be enough to like hopefully stand out with it.
Okay.
All right.
Chloe's foot's just gonna sit there and burn like almost incense and just let the just
As you guys are all just like the stepping of the hut close by still walking through, and the cackling still continues as Baba Yaga crisscrosses trying to find you guys. The ghost once more kind of flickers back into existence for you guys for a second. And let me add him here.
Okay.
Again, you see these handsome features of this man upon or next to you guys now. He's just like, I do not know how long I have. My name is Laszlo Ulrich. I was once the burgomaster of this town. I stood up against Strahd when he tried to take Marina. She's a beautiful young woman, reddish hair. And he kind of like starts giving you guys the scripted features. All of you guys make me an insight check.
I have a question, a very important question for him.
Sure thing.
21. Damn.
Ooh, baby Knack, what's up?
Hey,
Knack,
what's happening?
Finn,
It
And-
would make sense that he would know what he would have insight into the ghost.
yeah, Knack, Mal, and Finn. You three notice this. The others are just a little too distracted with a freaking flying witch all about. But all of you guys just kind of look at each other for a second as this man perfectly describes Irina. He took her and tried to turn her into whatever he is. And so we put it upon her. She said that only death would be salvation. And so we killed her, cut her throat, and burnt her so that he could never have. I ask you, are you a Strahd?
No.
Visible relaxation upon the ghost's face. Good. In that case, I must warn you. Strahd has cursed this place. Has cursed me. And the things that live here are not of Beres anymore. As he seems to flicker again.
Maybe don't
Poofs
go.
out.
I have a question.
I look right over at Knack and I go, anybody else notice the description seemed oddly similar to a little lady we might know who, I don't know if you noticed, didn't have a slit throat?
Yeah, I think Strahd has a type. And Arena
And-
might actually be undead.
That's what I was getting at. I was like, I think you missed what I was getting at.
And as I give these boys and our wonderful Clancy, boys with an I, a week to decipher what the hell is going on here. That's where we'll leave it for tonight's session. The assault on Berez has begun, but how is it gonna end? Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next Sunday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll see you guys then. Polyhedra and the rest of the Sept Imperium crew out. See you guys.